Come on
We had
now.
a short stay in middle.
I love all
Hope got wasted.
Alverton.
We're in Alverton.
I did see that part.
She drank sunshine.
Yeah,
Ooh.
really
Yeah.
throwing up rainbows.
And gumdrops and lollipops.
Yeah.
Another bad dream.
Oh.
We did
Horse
have
is
another
man. This
Oh yes.
Horse boy, yeah.
Yeah,
is man.
We unhorsed some guy, and then
We de-horsed.
and then
Gotta please thoroughly explain the dehorsification process.
Okay.
So
he was a horse, and now he is
Because of a lucky guess.
Science.
Or metagaming.
He was also fucking. He's also
legend.
like, he just like was like, oh well, see you guys. Is like, not that we just changed you from a horse to a human again. That you've been like that for 10 years. He's like, well, I'm gonna go home and.
See what's left.
But I haven't
He
been
was a
in 10
big.
years.
This poor guy.
Oh, his wife is gone for sure.
What?
His wife and kids are gone, matter of fact.
You never
He
know.
was like, what, 16?
You don't know what she had.
Yeah.
You don't know what he had left. He had waiting for him. in the house.
Anyway,
Nothing is one.
our good friends had a dream.
Should have told him that she didn't.
Who had the dream?
Who had the dream?
I did.
Gray, me, and Ithryl.
And, okay, cool. You guys had a dream about?
Yeah. It was another one of those.
Don't
weird
phrase
ass-
it like that.
It was another one of those weird ass dreams. And in it, though, we were joined by a little boy named Jennison from Mora Road. Little boy in robes of snakes. Snake robes.
Snack rub.
He didn't. We recognized him. He didn't know who the fuck we were. And yeah, he's like, "Yo, what's going on?" I'm like, "I have no idea." So we moved to his
That's
house.
fair.
We also saw the watchtower, or the wizard's tower, the tower of magic, and we're going there. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's all I remember. I blacked out after that, so.
So, the party had, yes, this procured a place to stay in the town of Alverton. And in the morning, you had discussed a plan of action for where to go to next, whether it be Maricore or Ora Road, and a plan of how to get rid of frickin' Frack prior to your departure. You guys.
No.
Actually, don't even say just hint at it.
It's just like God.
So at this moment, you guys are gathered in the lobby of the inn, and you were recently searching for the owner, and you were informed that he is asleep. Given it is before the sun has it is about 5 in the morning right now.
And they're coming with us.
So, riddle me this: would it be would it be worse or better if we left him with someone who's going to use them pretty much as slaves, or we take them with us? No, either
We're
that.
going to Ora Road where my sisters are. I have 3 more sisters.
Yeah, we're gonna
to
try
play with.
other
Siblings.
Okay, I was gonna say we could bring them with us and they could die
Sisters.
honorably in battle.
Bob and Tom.
This is a terrible riddle, just saying.
Yeah.
Riddle me this.
So.
No, you're cured.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah,
You're no longer hungover.
Are we all awake, or is it just
Yeah.
once we have the night?
Everyone's
no,
awake.
This is in the morning.
This is the morning. Everyone's awake.
Very early. I'm supposing that you mentioned to us about this thing. Your lucid dreams.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it just didn't sound.
That's when we came to the decision that we're going to Ora Road.
Ah. And when we get there, you hope to find this child?
I'm guessing if he came in a dream, he must be important.
To who is he important?
I mean, he came to these 3.
I am the most important one.
Yeah, allegedly.
And considering the bullshit that we're currently dealing with, it wouldn't hurt just to check up on him.
I mean, of course.
So,
Get out of the horse.
yeah. So, are we out? Or are we gonna wait around for a little bit longer?
Well,
You were
we're
going
already.
You were going to pawn off the guards on these establishments.
I don't want to wait too long. I'm not awake yet.
Let's just
let's
take
take
Is
it.
there anyone who works here around?
There is one attendant behind the desk who's just attending to anyone who needs a glass of water at night or whatever, or a late night drink. But bartender behind the desk pretty much. But aside from that, all the waiters seem to be off at this point right now, be off duty.
I mean, do we just try to sell them off on, or not sell them, but leave them with the bartender? Just explain to them that they are compact, they are cheap to run, and they.
I don't want to use cars.
really,
so
honestly, at this point, I
Great
really,
gas mileage.
I don't feel comfortable just leaving them with some randos. We can just take them over to Orys Road.
Yeah.
Okay, break the flag. Come with us.
Good. So, you guys begin to leave the city, and the guard out and about are relatively low comparison to the day, but you see the occasional patrol going through the streets with their torches until you reach the northern gate that leads to the road to Middelak. You guys, you bought your second horse, correct?
About what?
You bought the second horse, correct?
I did buy the second.
Okay. And you took them with you? Okay. So, reaching the gates, the gates are currently closed, and you see as the guards, about 4 guards are stationed on this side of the gate. They ask you your business.
We're going to Orys Road.
By the way, I could add 150 gold to you.
Is it possible if it could wait a few hours before,
No.
an hour before the gate opened?
It's sunrise, isn't it?
No, you guys are left before the sun came up. You said you wanted to leave before the sun was up.
Why would we have to wait for the sun to rise to leave?
They prefer to keep the gates closed during the night. Forget to.
Can I just give you a platinum, and we'll go on our way?
You stopped him right in his sentence. He just stops. He's looking at you.
I think it's a yes.
Are you gonna open up the gate?
Are you gonna give me the platinum?
I'm gonna pull it out, but I'm not putting it in his hand until I see like somebody open up the gate.
He's not doing anything.
There's like 6
Yeah,
of us
give
that
it
want to pay me. So
No, it was like 4. It was like 4 of them.
So I give it to him.
You guys split that up, right?
He takes the platinum. You see he like very quickly pockets it. He just goes to just motion over to one of the guards.
Sunlight sunlight spell.
Yeah, as he goes like, just crack it open a bit. So you see as he push, collectively they all just like begin to just slowly push it open. It seems to be like manual. No types of fancy mechanisms as you've seen in Bimbo.
Yeah.
But they slowly push it open, just enough to get you guys and your cart and horses through. And as you pass through, they can close it back up.
Much appreciated, boys.
Man, every time we come to this town, it fucking sucks.
That's why we're leaving.
Alverton.
Bye, Anthony.
So,
Yeah. By the way, you're driving the horse. I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm shotgun.
Okay, cool.
so you got about a 6 days journey ahead of you before you reach the closest town, which is Middelak.
Hell yes. I'm ready.
Judging from the map that you procured, Orys, you figure it's judging from the distance is about 6 days before you reach Middelak, and about a week and a half from Middelak before you reach Orys Road.
Oh, wait, I believe that we do not need to. Well, I guess it could.
Make a pit stop.
If we go to Middelak, we need to try to not get too distracted, and we just need to buy some supplies.
You think they'll recognize this?
I don't have any.
What happened last time we were
It's
here?
not that I care about that. It's like just if we go there and we get wrapped up in some other job, we're never going to make it to.
Well, if I remember correctly, we broke out the boy, didn't we? Or did we pay his fine?
I believe we just. I believe I talked it out.
Oh.
So
Yes, you
the option
use your
is
charms.
the option is to go to Middle Act or to go straight to Aura Road.
Well, I think
Is that an
I think
option?
regardless, we have to stop in Middle Act for supplies.
Is that an
Feed
option?
the horses, change their shoes.
Well, the horses can be fed throughout. And there's plenty of grass in the.
Do we need to find another pig?
No.
Who's,
Get on food.
who's good at hunting? Do you want to?
Are you?
Yes.
Are you good at
Yes.
hunting?
Yes. We will need 3 people. We need one for whoever's leading the horses.
I am not bad at surviving.
2, second person for whoever's keeping watch. 3, whoever's in charge of gathering food.
I can
or
either
something
keep
like that.
watch or go hunting as well.
How about you just
And keep
Well,
Equally good.
I would say I'm like 6 times better than the average bear at both handling animals and surviving.
6 times better.
Yeah.
Bear is a good.
Ooh, we should kill a bear.
So from a 1 to 10, you'd say you're a 6.
That would feed us for weeks.
Mm.
But I could do either.
Me as well.
So what are you trying to figure out?
Who?
You stay
Are you
to
good with
watch,
animals?
who's Going,
Like with animals, no.
No, you're good at watching shit though. So
are you?
Sure.
You can make big
Yeah.
yeah,
I can watch
I
it.
have a +2 to animal handling.
I have
But we're
plus
trying
six.
to
It's
kill
plus
them.
2 to what?
Animal. I thought I was holding the horses.
It is an idea.
No, I'm 6.
Alright, how about me
I'll
and him
do-
go hunting? You guys stay.
Sick.
Well, we're not gonna hunt while we're like driving the fucking wagon.
Who's
So
horse sitting?
I will,
Yeah.
because I think I have the best one. I'm the best of that out of you
I
guys.
will woo the animals with a jaunty tune on my lute.
If he's gonna sing, I'm leaving.
Saying,
Okay, yeah. I am driving the yeet.
Okay, so who's in charge of leading?
Leading,
Leading?
watching.
Why am I leading the horses? Why am I not?
Better at animals.
Well, no, I mean, I'm on the cart. I'm not walking that shit, right? Okay. Alright.
Make a survival check.
I thought it was animal handling.
You got wrong.
It's the same thing either way.
All the right way. It's relatively low because although there's no road, there's a general path, so it's just not. It's just
14.
relatively easy to check. 14.
Yeah.
Okay. You're making this throughout the trip. Yours.
I'm doing a survival as well.
Make a you're. What are you doing? Keeping watch. Make a perception check. 22. Okay. And who's gathering food?
I thought we were just riding.
All non-stop.
Six.
Well, I would be able to hunt when we stop driving.
Well, we have to rest too. Give the horses a rest.
Yeah, I know. You go hunting from where we stop.
yeah, he's saying he could drive the car during the day and hunt food.
At least once or twice.
Yeah, we'll do everything.
Okay. If you do that, you will benefit from half of the rest, so you'll get half a point of exhaustion, just because of being incredibly worked throughout the day, just being inactive. Just so.
You know what? I have a crossbow. I'll go shoot some animals.
You,
Okay.
okay. Make
I
a
will
survival check.
collect- I will collect. What am I doing?
Survival check.
Survival.
Yes.
You ever been in the woods?
I have a crossbow.
Yeah, the crossbow.
It is a 6.
6.
You're not very good at it, though.
I have a crossbow.
I can't shoot that.
All right.
Just trying to shoot rabbits.
So.
Oh, dear God. That's what
Yeah, you
become.
can make another survival check as well. You'll get enough. If you
The
pass,
game
you'll get
goes
enough for
vegan.
yourself. That's about it.
Before you go, I will.
3. Okay.
We're all gonna die on this trail.
So.
Ithryl, I'm gonna go ahead and
First-
bless you.
Thanks, bud.
So you guys, if you wanted to go and go ahead and
No, no.
go
this is
hunting.
No, it's okay.
Oh wait, that doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So what
God
happens?
bless you.
So
What
the first
happened? You
days,
want me to look and you can go hunt, buddy?
the first day's journey. You've already rolled, guys. The first day's journey goes relatively smooth. You're with relative ease. You are able to follow the trail that has been left from carriages and horses alike prior to yourself, and just out of remembering having made the trip yourself. As the day comes to an end, Orys, throughout the day you manage to keep watch. You see throughout the day as you see the occasional animal. Very rarely do you see much wildlife so close to the city, but you'll see the occasional rabbit or deer out in the distance. Every time you do mention it, Gabriel will take a shot with his bow or crossbow and very, very sadly miss by very much. But
I'm going to get
one.
one of them. Eventually.
Keep going,
Once
buddy.
the
You
day-
got this.
Once the
Does
day
it
has
at
gone
least
to
retrieve
been
arrows?
close to a
Yeah.
rest, each of you begin to prep for the night. And as Gabriel goes to continue his search, he comes back fruitless. Hope in desperation decides to go search for something to eat, anything, and unfortunately comes back empty-handed as well.
Good lord.
I'll just eat one of my rations.
So yes,
Landa's
your
right.
options are rations at this
Yep.
point.
Ration.
I will pretend it is a big, juicy cheeseburger.
I definitely had.
It's like dried food.
It is just dried meat at this point, either dried meat or bread or
All
whatever.
right. From now on, someone else take over the horses. I'm gonna hunt for you guys because obviously
I'll take over the horses.
you guys are not fucking kidding me.
Hey, we were just trying to help out.
No, thank you. And you guys are really good at it. Thank you.
Probably playing fucking music the whole time.
Carlos, can you roll a
Goddamn
D8
beer
for
away.
me, please?
A D8.
Yes, please.
That's on 6.
A 6? Okay.
If anyone would like to sleep in the hut, it is much more comfortable than in a tent.
I'll sleep in the hut.
Really?
I will construct the hut.
You will construct
At night, yeah, at nighttime. Someone please leave that
Are you-
necklace outside of the hut.
Oh shit.
I'll put up my fortress.
In your, I'm sorry, in your what?
My fortress. My tent.
Okay.
Your fortress.
You see as she goes about 10 feet away from you guys, and she pulls out of her bag this about 6-inch by 6-inch cube. And as she presses it, you see she tosses it, and it begins to unfold and grow and form this tent of sorts. Artificers.
It's bigger on the inside. Jealous of
They always
the
say.
huge tent that came out of the cube.
So, who's keeping watch? Anyone keeping watch? Sure, out the night.
During the night.
During the night.
I'm
yes.
going to
I'll
sleep.
take first.
Hope, why don't you put up that those alarms? Yeah. That way we can all go to sleep.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
So,
guessing you ran.
Hope, can you roll a d8 for me, please?
No, I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna go.
Hey, Greg.
Two? Okay.
It's just for the night.
So, you guys,
Sweet.
you guys begin to in each of your tents, whether who's in tents and who's in sleeping bags and who's in what.
Who's in my fortress?
You're in your fortress. Everyone else is in the tiny hut.
I'll be in the hut.
I'll
Yeah.
go in either one.
I'm going fortress. That
Fortress?
seems much cooler.
So fortress, everyone else tiny hut.
Fortress.
Fortress. Okay. So, table
Well,
tiny
night.
hut.
Table time.
I've been.
We'll say the birds are with us too. In the hut.
Okay.
I'm done in
Uh,
fortress.
Much like Gabriel's fortress, Gabriel's hut, the fortress itself is likewise larger on the inside than it seems on the outside. And you guys are able to find, it's a bit cold in here than it is outside, but it is better than sleeping on the floor. Those of you who are in the tiny hut, you are well acclimated to sleeping in here, and it's relatively comfortable. And again, much better than sleeping on the floor. As the night passes, you hear your ding 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 as your alarm goes off.
What is that? I hear it, or she's
I believe everyone hears it,
If
right?
she
Or
wants
is
it.
or is it just you? Or you choose.
I didn't
You
specify.
you choose. Do you want you or everyone?
I'll just have it be
Everybody. So everyone, whilst you are all sleeping, you hear this. Ding, 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 ding,
Someone turn it off.
ding, ding,
Oh,
ding,
we're
ding.
getting attacked. We're getting attacked.
So this is about 3 hours. Hammer out. What is it?
A dog. You see, as there's this dog, just like sniffing around, and you see as he seems to be like out on the border of the hut.
We're not
just-
eating it.
Meta question.
Yes.
If I turn into a dog, can I speak to a dog?
You did with the horse.
Okay, so
You
I'm
have
just
a,
gonna. I'm
you have a you have a spell that lets
You
you
can talk to
speak
animals?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go back to the dog. I'm gonna be a dog. I'm gonna wild shape into a dog.
Yep.
It's another one.
So you see as Gray begins to go on all fours, and you see as his form begins to shrink into that of a dog.
What is it?
What type of dog are you turning into?
Definitely chihuahua. Definitely chihuahua.
You know the big cloud boys?
Oh, like a chow or a Tibet
Like the
Mastiff?
like the big white cloud
Samoyed.
boys. Yeah, I want to be a Samoyed.
All right. Well,
Based on
this is
quality.
a Doberman outside of you guys' tent right now.
That's cool. Samoyeds are fucking huge ass dogs.
All right.
Cool bone dog bigger than your dog.
Hi.
Hello.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I was running around and I got so much fun. I don't know.
Do you have people you're traveling with?
Oh, it was the humans' place. But I found you.
Was it far away?
About that way. You see, he turns
we all
towards.
see this?
Yes.
Is he
You
lying?
see, as he's
can't
talking
lie.
to, as they're barking,
so
like
fair.
kind of like
Going-
you. It's less of like barking and more of like just like
He's hungry.
and just like yawning and just
no,
like to
it's
each other.
another
But
human trapped in an animal body.
Is
but
he lying?
make an insight check.
Ask him if he's a human.
Huh.
That one.
Natural one. He seems to be very much so telling the truth. But he points towards Alverton.
Points.
Isn't that where we got the horse?
And you see, as he does this, you see he begins to walk around you, and he begins to sniff your butt.
Oh boy. I ask him
While
Wow.
sniffing his.
whilst he is sniffing my butt. You're sure you came from that
I want to
town?
keep him.
Uh
We can keep them. Much better than the birds.
Were you always a dog?
huh.
Forever and ever?
Forever and ever. I see you weren't always a dog. That was a really nice trick.
What?
That was a really nice trick. Do you have food?
I'm sure somebody has food. We can get you some food. We can get you some food.
I'm keeping
You
him.
see, as he goes over to
Really haven't.
whoever
I'm
the
keeping
closest.
him.
You see, as he goes over to whoever the closest person is, like gets up.
I give
Onto
him
them.
my rations.
Oh.
Dog.
All of them?
Just one.
This one, he very quickly devours it.
Fellow canine,
I too am a canine.
what is your name? What is your name?
I'm canine.
Toon,
Toon? Toon?
Toon.
Okay, so do you want to come with us?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna turn back into my normal shape, but have you seen any other weird people hanging out in the woods while you're running around?
Oh, I didn't bring out my dice. Someone roll a d20. Give me a roll.
No.
It's a 14.
14. Nope.
Okay. Does he have a collar on?
He has the semblance of it's less of a collar, more looks like
A rope tie.
Yeah, like a series of like straps put together. And you see now that you look closer, it a little looks like a metal and very crudely scraped out tune. Toon.
All right, so these are just some ground rules if you're gonna travel with us, okay? Real quick. We'll give you food, but you gotta listen to us, and I'm only gonna be able to talk to you sometimes. So you just gotta go with the flow, my guy. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Once he's finished the meal, he's back at your butt.
All right, just stick with me, I guess. And then I back into a tabaxi.
As you turn into your tabaxi form, you see as he just like very quickly backs up. And it's like he seems to be like this on edge for a few seconds.
Belly rubs.
And then
Immediately.
I'm gonna crouch down and
Belly rubs.
scratch his ears and stuff.
Make an animal handling check.
Roll for belly rubs.
Animal handling, that would be 13.
Sorry.
13.
The cat
Yeah.
licking his nose?
Yep. That's his DC was higher because of but you passed.
I'm a
because
druid,
you
I
passed.
love all animals.
Can
I
I
love
pick him
nature.
up?
Huh?
I'm going to pick him up.
You can make a strength check 'cause he's a big boy.
Big boy. Okay, so all
Oh, one. You tried to, but it is very late.
Come on, we're
And
going
he
to
is
bed.
not like he is wiggling and
We're
moving,
going
and
to
not
bed.
making this easy for you.
as you can see
I love hints.
from his badge, this is Toon. He came from Alberton, but I figured he can come with us for a bit.
You figured, huh?
I figured.
Do you think he has a home in Middleland?
There was nothing. No, Alberton. is
He
where
already
he
left
came.
Alberton.
I know, but he came from that way. He told me.
But we already left Alberton.
Yeah. No, he's our dog now.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not gonna put up like a
Anyone
post or
that would
anything.
let him run out into the woods like this unattended,
Is a horrible owner.
yeah. While doing that, I have rope in my pack, and I'm gonna take like 10 feet of rope, cut it with my e-claw, and like tie it to his like strap.
Oh, you've imprisoned him. Nice.
No, he's just gonna be on a lead. You can't let him run away.
Oh, okay.
If you would have
He's
heard
sleeping
this
in
man's,
the fortress.
if you would have heard this man's voice,
Maybe heard you going bark, bark, bark.
You
bark,
said
bark,
that,
bark,
yeah.
bark.
Toon is sleeping in the fortress, not outside.
well, no, I wasn't gonna make him sleep outside.
Okay, cool.
They're inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going back to sleep. I'm going back to sleep.
Bedtime.
No,
I
they've seemed to
just
have
stuck my head
just
out. I
had their
slept at 10.
fair share experience with dogs. And there's no real quarrel at this point.
Mind you that we get into dangerous things a lot.
Yeah,
can
that
stay
dog's
in the
gonna
car.
die within the week.
Just saying.
Accidentally, of course.
He can stay in the cart. I told him to listen to everything that we say.
I lay back down like a big
Well,
dog.
as long as it's holding. I think.
I mean, I covered our end. He was gonna die out here in the woods by himself anyways, so.
Yeah, but now we're responsible.
I mean,
All right, I'm going back to sleep.
He's the boy. We're going to bed.
Yeah. I love dogs too, but you know,
He's gonna die either way. It's like freaking frack. I'd rather them die with us than
They're
alive.
in the fortress, right? You guys?
no, they're
No,
No,
they're
that
with
was
you.
you. That was,
They're
that,
not.
that was confirmed with you.
Gabriel sprints back inside.
So,
usher them back inside.
with the events that have happened, you guys will really need to restart your long rest.
That's fine, dude. We've got so much fucking time. So I'm going back to sleep.
All right.
dog.
So, procuring, who's Toon sleeping with?
In the fortress.
The fortress. Okay. I need the three of you to make Constitution checks.
Boy.
Not saving throws, just checks.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Nat 20.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Constitution?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check, not saving throw.
6.
6. Okay. It's always you. So, as the night goes by, Toon is not accustomed to your surrounding area. So, every couple of minutes, he is up and just trying to find a different spot to rest. And occasionally, he does step on you, and just you are woken up
You're nuts.
as he
You're
just
cat nuts.
steps on you again, steps on you again. And eventually he like finds a spot that he's comfortable, and it is on top of you. And you are trying to breathe. And eventually you knock him off. And this process goes on and on throughout the night. You have a point of exhaustion.
Oh, let's keep the dog.
As the morning comes, you guys, it's a little bit after, about 10 in the morning at this point. Actually, no. You guys would have went to sleep at sundown.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say it's around like 8 in the morning at this point. You are very thoroughly exhausted at this point.
I put the rope around his like little collar thing, and I walk him outside. I put him in the cart, tie him to the inside of the cart. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. I look at,
You didn't even walk him yet.
I look at Toon. I'm like, I'm going to sleep.
I can't understand.
Lay down.
Oh.
Animal handling check.
What?
Like animal handling check.
11.
He's just sitting there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna lay down. I'm just gonna lay down anyways.
In the cart.
Yes. I'm taking my long rest while they do the rest of the shit today.
All right. The rest of you.
Packing up. Yeah. I'll tend to the horses, make sure they're nicely fed.
All right. Yes, through just the local plants and shrubberies and herbs, you're able to get stuff that they like and are accustomed to, and they're relatively fed by the time you're in. Within a couple of minutes, they're good to go. But as you guys begin to pack up and ready to go, I head off. Who is keeping watch? Who was leading their adventure?
I can keep watch. So if someone else wants to hunt.
Who is
I'll lead the horses.
who's leading it and who is hunting? You are hunting, keeping watch. You are leading. Okay. I'm gonna need the checks from you guys. Whoever's guiding the path, make a survival check. Whoever's keeping watch, make a perception check. Who's gathered food, make a survival check.
23 for survival.
Okay.
14 perception.
Perception. Okay.
19.
Are you catching the food
Yeah.
with your dog?
Which is close.
Maybe the dog can help you out.
You got a 19, bro. Good.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you're going to train this thing.
Yes, because very quickly he left, but as the cart began to move, Toon became restless, and it's just moving around the cart, and he wakes him up. So, well, no, he's gonna make a con check to see if he wakes up. But I'm sorry. No, it's a wooden wagon, open up top. Nothing used at this point to conceal it, but relatively well made. It's got the crest of Lockhart on it.
Are there hooks to put the cover if we get one?
I'm sorry?
Are there like hooks on the inside to like put a cover if we so choose to get one?
There is like on the side. There's like rails to hold onto for you said it in the back, so you could wrap it around those should you choose to. Grab one.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to make a con check real quickly.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, for sleeping.
Yeah, as you.
You alright, buddy?
Garbage,
10.
baby.
I'm sorry?
10.
10? Cool. So I explained it to them, but as the cart begins to move and the horses begin to take the cart, Toon becomes restless. It's moving all around the cart, and just it does run into you a few times, and you do wake up.
I do wake up.
Yes.
Maybe have
Is there a
to.
place that I can tie Tune up to like the outside, just have him like walk along?
Don't tie him. It'd be better if it's like at his own pace, but he'll be like keeping in time. Like you know how Dalmatians and dogs will just run by like the cattle. It'd be within their own time, like a space away, so they won't get hit. So don't tie him to the cart. Have him run along. And he said he would listen to us. So.
Okay. Okay.
Before I let them take off, I'm like, I take him off. I like take more rope out of my pack, so it's like a 20-foot lead, and I tie him to the side. And
Wait, before
so
you
he
do
has
that,
enough.
can I cast Calm Emotions on Tune?
Yeah.
Which is like
So, you attempt to surprise each humanoid.
Cocksucker.
So, no.
In Minecraft server.
Alright, I turn him into a human.
No. I'm not sure about
We're
that.
good.
I don't know if that would help or hurt at that point.
It calms the nerves, like being
That's all I can
transformed
do.
into different species.
Oh, I could try to command him. Do you want me to command him?
No.
You're gonna be mean.
No, I could just say, sleep. And I cast command on him.
All
Does he
right.
understand
Must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
common?
You're gonna succeed.
Okay. So, because it is in common and he partially understands, he's going to get advantage. He does not completely understand common, but he gets the gist of it. So,
Oh, I'm about to get my animal handling so high with this.
wow, he rolled.
Where does it say he needs to
Um,
understand the language?
Speak one word to a
Oh,
creature you
if
see.
it
The
doesn't
target must.
understand your language or your command is directly harmful to it.
There you go.
Okay.
So, he rolled a 13 minus 2, so it's 11.
He fails.
All right.
I go back to sleep immediately, knowing that I only have
Yeah.
so
The
much.
command.
Command you to sleep too.
Yeah.
Wait, you were using command?
Yeah, level 1.
Yeah, he'll stay asleep.
He'll stay asleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. It lasts for one round, but I'm gonna say he'll
going to
stay.
sleep.
He'll stay asleep. He's not gonna miraculously wake up. So, but that is enough for you to eventually get your 8 hours of sleep. By midday, you are pretty well rested. But about around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you guys are startled when you feel as the light begins to fade into just all of the light in the sky begins to go dark for a few moments.
Awesome.
You wonder what's going on until you look up and you see this large creature flying across the sky. And you realize there's a massive, massive dragon
Dragon?
headed east.
Fuck.
What
Does
can I
not-
see if there's anything writing it?
Huh?
What kind of dragon is it? What
Huh?
what kind of dragon is it?
Yeah. What
I
size?
just
What
radio
color is it?
Captain
asleep?
real quick to make sure it's not the
Huh?
airship.
No, this is during the. Oh,
Isn't
you're
he asleep though? Yeah,
No,
Is
he
that
said I
you?
woke up.
Yeah, you woke
Oh,
up
okay.
at this point. So,
I'm
you
running
guys are doing what? You're
like
okay.
everything.
Everyone can make a perception check real quick.
Perception 19.
Uh,
9.
17.
plus 5, that's 17
17
as well.
21. Okay, so so you guys, those who rolled above a 12 know that it is a bronze dragon.
Of course. The bronze dragon, guys.
Nice.
I don't mean to be.
Those
I
can
mean,
that can see.
Look, I've
He
been,
just said it.
I know.
I've been around, been a lot of places, but aren't those supposed to be fucking myths?
No.
No,
Nah, dude.
They're just very rare, but
not myths.
You see, as it does not seem, it is about 200 feet above you, and you notice
Are we-
it does not seem to
is
have
it going to
paid
Alberton
attention
or
to you.
going
No, it is headed to the
east?
east.
Towards
Maricor.
You
Miracle.
would-
Maybe.
somewhere in that
city,
direction.
Which city is in that direction?
A lot of cities are in that direction. You are about as far west as you can possibly go. So almost everything is east.
Should we follow it?
Oh. Do I?
Wait, do you want to follow?
How much
You
knowledge
You want
do
to
I
follow
have?
a
And
dragon.
Who rolled
We
a
can't keep up with it anyway.
20
Or
or
in a cart.
anyone
being
roll a
pulled by
20 or
horse,
higher?
Freaking dragon.
20 or higher?
Oh, 21.
21?
Yeah.
So you, because it is underneath, you do not see as if someone is riding it, but you do see what it seems to be a semblance around its neck of a saddle of sorts.
God, I see.
Looks like a saddle or something is on its neck. But you can get like the glimpse
Aren't
of that.
they a little too smart for that?
Jon Snow.
And Sneak.
Jon Snow.
So that is what you see as it's within a few seconds
I know
actually within about a couple of minutes as it's flying towards east. Doesn't seem to be paying you all any attention as it continues flying towards
We're not following the.
No.
We're not following the.
We literally can't
Okay.
keep up with it anyway.
Do
so.
I know from history
no problem there.
how what is the nature of bronze dragons?
Make a
History.
you can choose between history and nature.
History and nature.
Hey, can I jump in on that?
Yes.
Well, I was gonna say too. Is there also?
No, you can't. Exactly.
26?
Sorry, you can't. You can't. I'm sorry, because he's the one who asked it. I'm sorry. What was it?
26 for history.
No, I said you can't jump in on it. I'm
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
because he asked it. You didn't.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. What was it?
20.
20? Okay. You know, bronze dragons aren't evil.
They are.
They are not,
not.
evil. Generally, the metallic dragons seem to be less of a problem. Generally, unless it has gotten up there in the years, at which point it varies. Judging by the size of this, it's not young.
Are there since dragons are so rare? Like, would I know any, or like, if there were any stories like around this area of like dragons, like of a bronze dragon specifically?
Is the
We
card
know
still
of
going?
one
checked my
story of a
journal.
bronze dragon. There's a statue of him.
Can I check my
Um,
journal? Or-
Make
Bendel.
Can't recall.
Just reaffirming with myself.
history check.
History?
It's an illusion. Must be.
Wasn't there a bronze dragon statue in the arena of Bendel?
Dragonborn, not a dragon.
No, I'm pretty
14?
sure it was a dragon.
14.
Is it really?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, anything.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Was there a dragon statue at the arena of Bendel?
Yes.
Was it dragon, not dragonborn?
Dragon, not a dragonborn.
Oh.
Was it a bronze dragon?
I mean,
It's
it's a
a
statue.
Same as copper.
Who knows?
Copper dragon.
Well, I guess we have no choice then to just keep going.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, within like while you guys are discussing it,
Already
it is
gone.
out of
we
view
can't
at
follow
this
it.
point.
Yeah, it's going a little
Yeah.
too fast for us.
You want me to
guys.
call out? I could call out if you want.
No.
I mean, the thing in Old Road is a little more definite
I
than
thought
following.
I thought they died out thousands of years ago.
Clearly.
We will survive.
Are you okay?
No.
He's having a moment here, I can tell.
It's just like there's.
They're not
there's
real.
No, just like there's no way that.
Frickin' Frag, just start petting your shoulders to calm you down. Like,
He's
there,
like,
there.
no, no.
There,
Doing the shaky board.
Yes, you guys do hear a very audible from Toon.
I go over to Toon. I'm petting the boy. That's my boy.
Has
My boy now.
anybody ever seen a dragon?
Yes.
I mean, now I have.
Yes.
That was
Have
the
you
first
though?
time for me.
Have I
I'm
seen
from
one?
the high ass mountains. There better be some silver dragons up there.
You have. Ithryl, you have one time.
A band can.
What kind of dragon did you see? You
Very-
guys didn't know. We went to
In a
different
very
school.
far off land, you've seen a dragon.
He's from England.
He's from Canada.
Very,
He's Welsh.
Ithryl,
Corn, you're sure
very far off land, you have seen a dragon.
What
that's
kind of
a long
dragon
time
did
ago.
you see?
I don't talk about it.
Tell me. Please.
The cart's moving, yeah?
What kind of dragon did I see?
A bronze dragon.
A bronze dragon. Oh my god, it's the same person.
Is that you, Carl? Carl.
Is the cart moving?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
still going.
cool.
I'm assuming it.
All right, now that I'm fully rested, I'm gonna walk alongside the cart with Toon.
Okay.
Let him get his energy out.
You still need to
Zoomies.
work on potentially. Didn't you need to look into the beetle armor?
Yeah, but I can't do that right now. I'm
Let
gonna
him
walk with my
turtle
dog.
armor.
This is my boy.
What other? I'm trying to think of other hardy creatures that hide can be.
You need a lot of beetles to get beetle armor.
Can't you wear dragon?
Well, there's
I
Dragon
could-
scales,
I
get
could
rid
wear
of them.
anything that's not metal.
No, you just
There
lose
is.
your pants.
Isn't there woods that are usually sometimes even harder than metals too? Iron.
Yes.
The enchanted
smiles.
ironwood, maybe.
The
Yes.
fuck is that?
Is that a thing?
Are you making up
Is that a thing?
Iron sounds
Did I
like
just
metal.
made up?
Maybe the enchanted
Let's wait
ironwood?
until we get to Aura Road. I have plenty
the
of money
others.
now, and we'll see what I can do.
Plenty of money.
Make a whistle.
That's adorable.
Can make a whistle.
Oh, you weren't there, but a map was 12,000 gold.
Why, God?
Oh, yes. We had an idea for you. So you can turn into a creature that can burrow, right?
Yeah.
So you
See
know how
the
we have
bowl.
that problem with the necklace?
You
You mean this one?
Yes, that's one.
That one.
Maybe
I thought
you
she-
could turn
I-
into
wait.
a
He gave
Oh,
it to
yeah.
her.
Oh, you gave it to
I
her?
let her
I
hold
asked
on
for
to
it.
it for the night.
What if you
Okay.
were to
asking
burrow
for it, and yet it's no
very
longer
far
night.
down and bury that?
Why?
Because it keeps giving
only
us
brings
nightmares.
trouble.
I want to keep it.
I don't know why you want to, but it's your problem, not mine, I suppose.
So, yeah. We will speak of the necklace later.
And I guess
We're on the way.
On the way. All right.
Me and he plays out a jaunty tune, my bard. I want to just walk with.
Garçon,
Can you
play a
insert
bit.
some earplugs?
I want to walk with my dog.
Please.
Have a good time.
What are you playing?
From my
A
bag of holding.
drum?
Here you go.
Are you playing on a drum? Do you have a drum? You have a drum?
No, I don't.
You know? So you just put it on the side of the cart.
Yeah, it's playing inside the car.
Also, that last dose of the what was it? Swamp weed that I got like
Oh, yeah.
long time.
Oh yeah, sorry. You are out of weed.
Yeah.
What?
You are out of
While
league.
you were around.
Yeah.
You're up, you're quick out.
When we were gone.
You personally.
Have you been keeping track of how much weed you have?
Yes. This
Like
that
every
was supposed
single
to have,
time you took
I
money.
was supposed to have one more.
Okay, yeah, you did it last session. Like every type of weed, like or just the swamp weed?
Well, no, I have like a lot of my like just.
How much
smoke-
is a lot?
I don't know. I'll probably
A
buy
brick.
some more in
That's,
Aura.
exactly. That's why I'm like, you're out of it at this point if you don't know how much.
Yeah, oh
it
yeah,
is.
you've been smoking.
Yeah, you got really nervous.
Roll
so,
me a goddamn cigarette.
mate.
It's like perfectly just like flicking it like sticks in your mouth.
That's awkward.
I'm just gonna smoke a cigarette, walk my dog, have a good time.
You seen the video of the bartender coaster down the right as the guy puts his beer on?
Oh yeah. So
why don't you hum a tune while he plays the drums?
Are we just a hippie tiefling couple now?
yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Plus 5, so it's
Okay. So.
You feel me staring into
Yeah.
my
As you guys are
murder in
riding,
my eyes.
Hope is a bit nervous.
It's just-
Never being asked to sing publicly, at least before. So as you guys are riding, you feel as the cart is just like bumping, and you hear as she is unused to it. So all you hear, as it's just
Those
it's
tunes
and it's
start
all
howling.
over the place. And it lasts a couple of seconds
She's
before
so
she's
good.
just. She just
Like,
gets
can I
out.
do anything that?
Yeah, I had to do it before.
This whole time,
Spare cotton.
Says she wants some love.
this whole time while we're walking, I want to make sure that I'm like, kind of like petting Tune, give him like, playing with him a little bit.
You want to bond?
Pick up. Yeah, I want to bond with my boy.
Check.
Can we get him a sweater?
We'll get him whatever. Anything the man wants, we'll get him. 12.
12. So in the cart, you try to just whilst riding. It's very limited to like things you could do with him. But eventually, after about a day, the rest of the day of just riding, you eventually get him to sit.
Hell yeah.
Whether that is just for the day or not, well, we never know. But eventually, he does sit on command by the end of the day.
Oh, without any bribes.
So, all right. So we're at the end of the day.
Yes.
All right. Before we go to bed, I'm gonna take Tune with me. Ithryl, do you want to go hunt?
Oh, I'm on.
Yeah, you guys, you two should.
You gonna go hunting with your flaming sword?
No, he's actually on watch. So you two should hunt.
Okay.
And I already rolled.
Alright.
On the card sitting back there.
So
in the
who
campsite, just sitting
who rolled for hunting? You, and what did you get?
19.
19. Okay. As the cart has come to,
I am proficient.
as the cart comes to a halt, and as you guys begin to plan and set up for the night's evening, this door. Don't do that door.
Who is he?
As the cart comes to a halt, Iggy, you take Toon and begin to go out on a hunt. With relative ease, eventually you see as Toon at first spots a pair of rabbits as they're rushing through, and you very quickly are able to catch up and take them out.
After setting up like a campfire or something, I'll be brushing the horses.
Okay. Can you make a perception check really quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just thought about this.
I was also going hunting, by the way. So it's a group effort. At least
He did
one of
sleep.
us.
did.
For today, because of what is happening right now, I will allow that.
Perception
Usually,
check?
just because of mechanics purpose, only one person gets
Okay.
the roll.
Perception is going to be hobo 20.
Hobo 20.
8.
There's
So,
a reason.
whilst Iggy is focusing on gathering and killing the rabbits, you are looking out about, making sure that there's no bigger prey or anything of a higher value. And eventually you see as this little light flickers, this floating light flickers in the midst of the forest. This goes deeper.
Whoa. I point over, or I grab her and then like point over in that direction. Does she see it as well if I point it out?
As you look up, it's done at that point. You see it's glowing for a few seconds until it goes out. By the time she looks up,
Wait, can we keep watching for like a couple seconds?
another perception check.
Both of us? 16.
So you, again, are able to see another one. This one, the first one was like this yellow light. This one's like a yellow blue light as it goes. Again, it forms and then dance away into, forms, floats, and again, it seems to be just going in the same direction and it's heading into.
I see some floating lights. Should we follow them? I think this is like some obvious magic.
All of her abilities. Too close though.
Okay, we're out. I looked at Toon.
Tell him to go back.
Go to camp.
Animal handling.
That's 12.
He starts running. Is it in the direction of the camp?
I can't speak to animals.
Go to camp. Oh, okay. And he makes like a sharp right and starts heading in the direction of the camp.
Good boy.
Okay, so yeah, me and you are gonna go follow the lights.
Lights.
All right. The rest of you are setting up camp. I'm assuming you're setting up your tent.
Listen, rabbits.
I don't have to do that until like
Yeah,
right
that's set up.
because I can't like leave it.
Okay.
So I do that at the very end.
Okay.
But it brings up a very good question. So we were wondering, how do freaking frack eat? They're birds. Do they need to be fed like birds?
They can eat. They can eat like birds. They can eat worms and other things like that. But they also can eat human food as well.
Okay, so they're not expecting like mama bird to be like.
No, they know how to. And like in times they are out in the wild by themselves a lot of the times. So
So are they feeding themselves?
they're able to scavenge for themselves. Sometimes they're successful. Other times they're not.
We've taken away their daggers. Right?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll share my bread whenever they get hungry.
Okay. Because they're so small, you just allow that without having to use another ration. So you guys begin to follow these little lights until you go deeper and deeper into this forest and wooded area. Eventually you come to this clearing, and as you enter through the clearing, you see this massive, massive tree. You can tell it is easily about 100, if not more, feet up tall and about 30, 40 feet wide in radius. As it, you see as the lights seem to just be congregating at the base of it.
Is this tree like normal to the other trees surrounding it?
No. Make a wisdom check, the two of you.
Do I, like, since I'm a druid, do I get, like, any sort of advantage?
You can Arcana check, but make a wisdom check first and then an Arcana check.
Shit. Wisdom is a 10.
10?
8.
And then an Arcana check would be 18.
Okay, so with the 10, you find it weird that a tree with this height, of this massive proportion, you should have very easily been able to see it from where you were, from the road, and from a distance. So you don't know. This is towering above the rest of the trees. So why you didn't see it up until you got this close, it's weird.
I'm gonna take out my journal and give it like a quick sketch, like keep maybe like a rough estimate of how wide and how tall it is, and then I'm gonna put my journal away.
Okay.
You
You see as you all are just looking at this, you see as the lights are just begin to just float around.
Can I see what kind of tree it is?
Make a nature check.
21.
21. It's an oak tree
Oak.
of sorts. It appears to be some sort of oak tree, but again, much larger and grander and weirder than it needs. I'm gonna need both you.
So just for reference,
Yes.
they followed little floating spherical lights
Yes.
to a giant tree.
Yep. I am going to need a. I'm gonna need both of you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
This is a druid's world, baby.
All right, Link.
Hobo 20.
Hobo 20. Okay.
Is it wisdom?
Yes.
11.
Okay.
Sounds like a
So
druid's
as you
world,
guys, as these little balls are floating around, you begin to feel as your stomach kind of like turns for a bit, and Iggy, you kind of like brush it off, and you see as you looked over to Orys, and Orys begins to like shrink.
Gray.
I mean, sorry, Gray. Sorry,
Whoa.
Gray begins to. You look over to Gray, and Gray begins to like shrink for a bit, and you see as there's this little spider in Gray's spot where he once was. And you see as the balls of light are just like going towards him.
Can I use wild shape to turn back into my normal form?
You cannot. So
Can I use wild shape to turn into a different form?
you cannot.
Fuck.
What are you
shit.
doing?
I'm.
What are you
I just
doing?
put my hands over Gray. Kill it. Like cupping them over him.
All right.
Smoosh the spotter.
And
Okay. As you were doing
don't
this,
fight me.
the rest of you, you see as Tool comes back. You see Toon comes back. You see as he's got a dead rabbit in his mouth. But as he is running back to you guys, you do not see Gray or Iggy.
What?
Oh,
The boy can hunt. That's very,
Yeah.
very nifty. But do you think they sent him back just to bring us the rabbits?
yeah, for sure.
Because I have like
Definitely.
2 more around me.
No, they're probably good. They're probably fine.
Oh!
Yeah, good boy.
Oh,
Good boy.
I'm the casting.
Wait, is Timmy stuck in a well?
What's a Timmy?
Kitty the spider?
The fit.
What's going on?
That's just, they were acting really weird. Then they went deeper in.
Can you take me to them?
Uh-huh. And she starts rushing through.
Wait.
I'm gonna need you to make another
The horse
wisdom
is,
saving throw.
right?
Iggy.
To me? Okay.
What are we? Should I stay back here?
13.
13?
Yeah.
So as you are trying to like cover it over here, you yourself begin to shrink into it. And you see you see as this squirrel is sitting next to you, as you are now this squirrel like reaching out to try and cover over. Here. As the two balls of light come, the balls of light begin to just head towards you guys. What are you doing?
I scoop him up and run.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb on her back.
Alright. It's an image. Sorry.
Oh, did you ever get the spider out of your car?
Huh? No, it's still in there. So you begin to just crawl onto her back and run. I believe a squirrel's movement speed.
Squirrels. So tell me, how does a
Is
1 ounce bird
30
carry
feet.
a 2 ounce coconut?
Down with you.
Australian or
Yes, it's 30 feet. So eventually you begin to just rush and try to hurry, but eventually you feel as something is picking you up. You look, you turn back, and you now see this ball of light looks like a very tiny humanoid creature as it is carrying you. And Gray, you see as another one comes over to grab you, and they begin to floating towards the tree.
Do I know this?
Make a wisdom check.
Be,
This could be wisdom.
18.
18. These are referred to as pixies.
Pixies. Sick. I'm like actually not that scared. I'm pretty fucking excited about all of this. Even in spider form,
You know,
I'm like multiple arms. Like,
Yeah. Seen that dancing spider?
Are you smoking
Yeah.
that? Are you smoking that?
Anyway, so
You just see a screaming squirrel.
it takes about after a few seconds, you see as they each take you over to the base of the tree, and you see as it drops you down, you see as a couple of vines come over and form like this cage around you as the tree roots begin to just seem to come to life as it seems to trap you. A few moments pass by, and you see as the rest of you come.
Stay behind.
Huh? You stay behind?
With the horses in front
Okay.
of
And who followed?
She-
You
that's
two.
all
Are you following as well?
Who's already there?
Sure, why not?
He was already there.
I've been here the whole
fair.
time.
I was like, I saw the whole thing.
All right.
Dumb
Alright.
and dumber.
All right.
Didn't
So
even try
as
to
you
help
guys
out.
follow, can someone make a roll a d20?
Can
Sorry,
someone
a
make
survival
D20?
check for 2.
Survival check or 2.
Yes.
No, he just wants to roll. He's gonna get
Yeah.
his own stats. Nat 20.
Good boy.
Nice.
Surviving out here.
So yes, very eagerly you see his he is hind in the air but nose on the ground, and quickly following the trail. And you can tell based off of just the path that he's going, you can see that leaves are kind of like brushed out of the way, and he's following some type of person's trail. Eventually, he leads you to this opening where you see a massive tree.
What is that?
Synchronicity.
That's the tree.
Was that the
Again, I know what you're talking about.
So we're walking up on a big tree.
Yes.
Is this tree have a face?
Huh?
Does this tree have a face?
Grandmother Willow?
Is there a face?
He does not have a face on the tree.
Big beard.
Okay. Do I see her?
Huh?
See her.
Like a perception check.
There's a cage around me. I'm just like,
13.
13.
Tiny
Okay,
squirrel.
so yeah, relatively easy. You see, as you're looking at the tree and just trying to figure out, you're again wondering why this massive tree is here in the first place, why you never noticed it. You also,
We're like 100 feet up.
it is over 100 feet in the air.
Jack-
Again, you
Jack and the
should
Beans-
have seen.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes, you should have seen this from way off. It is going way over the tree line. You should have seen this far from. So,
I'm just sitting in
Like
my
two
cage
worried
calmly.
parents.
I'm
they
not
walk
even.
up.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
dog,
you
get
see,
back to camp. What is going
you see
on?
as there's two cages, one really, really,
They're in a cage.
actually,
She's in a cage?
huh? You see as there is a squirrel just like on some roots as it seems to be like
so
wrapped
she's
around
not
it.
there.
She is not there. You don't see her. You just see a squirrel. And you see as there is a spider just like trying to like
No, I'm not
crawl.
moving at all.
You're not moving at all. Just
Do you see that? Is a cage over there?
Do I see them?
yes.
Hey.
I start shaking it.
Hey.
I stop.
Toon.
Huh?
Go get that squirrel.
And he's just rushing. And you see at this point,
Dude.
he does not know it is you. He's gonna bite towards the cage. It's just- So you see as he is biting, and you see as he's like biting onto the roots, but it's not like piercing. And all you see, you are met with the worst breath, just a wind of just
Flashbacks to sewer.
as there's just this teeth just all around you, just but it's not piercing the
I
cage.
smack his nose.
It's just again going
Even
at
more
the cage.
quietly, not moving. I do not want to get bit by him.
Wait, I cast you with animals. It's still like.
Yeah.
That's right now.
Oh.
Yes, you can hear. Two, no.
What squirrel is who? The squirrel is Iggy.
And I can
I'm gonna need
understand
the
everyone.
I'm gonna need the three of you to
I
make
was-
wisdom saving throws.
Just about to pull out that.
Nat
radiant-
20.
Just about to pull out that radiant short sword.
Nat 20.
That's 20.
And this is why we don't split up.
Fuck.
Uh-oh, what's those faces, guys?
7.
Is a natural one, I'm assuming.
Oh,
So,
you did? Oh no.
so, Ithryl, you begin to feel like, again, this weird, just like turning in your stomach, but you begin to just like brush it off. A few seconds go by and you see as you look over to Hope and you see as her skin begins to just turn this green. And you see as this slime begins to form and she begins to shrink. And you hear as Hope. And you see, look over. You look over to Gabriel and you see he is gone. And you look down and on the floor you just see these two crab.
Oh, now you're gonna make me a skunk.
No, these two crab pinchers just like.
Okay, so I know.
And you see as these three balls of
What's
light
the
are heading
intelligence?
towards.
Are you trying to like Morse code?
The intelligence of a crab
Someone get
is
me out of here.
the intelligence of a crab is 1. All right.
I'm about to say.
You keep your intelligence.
So I'm just like, oh wait, so I keep my normal.
You keep your wisdom and intelligence,
I
but
was
you
gonna
just.
say,
So
I'm just like, latte.
Yes. But you see, Hope, you are a frog. As you use, and you see as these balls of light are heading towards.
Is
you
Toon
go.
still attacking my cage?
Yeah, I was like, Toon, stop. Heal. Heal, boy.
Looking at him on the chat.
He's my boy. He's not
Alright,
gonna listen to you.
Like 8.
Me is going down.
I'm gonna grab the frog, put it in my pocket. I'm gonna grab the crab and hold it.
Make a sleight of hand check
Sleight of hand check for to grab a crab.
for each of them to hit.
Oh, that's a 27 for the first one.
Alright.
And a 23 for the second one.
Hey, did you grab? You said you grabbed me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Grab the dog. And then
You
I'm gonna
see,
go.
you
then I'm gonna
see as you
grab
go
the
to
key.
grab like Gabriel, you just feel this pinch on your thumb.
God damn it! I'm gonna cook him.
I'm just hanging there.
Then I'm gonna go grab. I wanna go get the cage. Kind of wrestle it out of Toon's mouth.
Alright. Make a strength check.
Right? Why not?
Yes.
16.
16? Alright, so you do manage to break the cage free. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. As these roots begin to shoot out,
22.
slowly shoot out of the ground. What is it?
22.
22. Okay, so as they get, you see as you are pulling at this cage, as these roots begin to shoot out of the ground, you manage to open it up and quickly grab the squirrel as these roots kind of jolt at you, and you manage to dodge away
I'm gonna
from
run
them.
back to the camp.
I jump
Hello!
off. I jump off. I run back for the spider.
I scream at Spider. What the fuck?
you said you were just chilling this whole
I
time,
didn't know there was a
so
spider
no one
there.
even
Yeah,
knows.
I was waiting for a call. Like, I was waiting to see things.
Again, no one knows you were there except
Iggy
for
does.
Iggy.
Yeah, I don't know. There. So do I see
How
her jump
big is
off?
his cage?
Huh? His case is a lot smaller than yours. It's
Okay.
just, he's just a spider.
Okay, I'm just like trying.
Do I notice her jumping off?
Huh?
Do I notice her jumping off?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna need Iggy and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw if you're chilling as well. You are fine. You are in your cage. 15.
19.
For the stats of a squirrel.
Yeah.
No, you keep your wisdom and intelligence.
Squirrels
you take the
should be
animals'
super
other
dexterous.
stats.
They're
No.
like quick as fuck.
Yeah,
They should
you're
be good.
fine.
Yeah. Squirrels are very, very quick.
I believe a squirrel has like +6
Oh.
to your dex checks. So,
Dexterous.
you are fine. And yours is what?
19.
19, yes, you are also fine as the vines are continuously going through to try and grab onto you. What was your strength check?
My dex, you mean?
Your strength check to try and break the cage.
Okay. 13.
13 minus 4. Squirrel.
Squirrels right.
You
Squirrel
just
effect.
trying to break up that
see her?
square.
So I assume I see her, right? Like
You see
grabbing
her,
something.
yes, trying to go.
I want to go pick both up, the squirrel and the other cage, and
Okay.
run back to the camp.
You just picking up the cage, make a strength check.
Come on, straight check for the spider cage?
Yes.
Okay, it's a natural. What do I spend? Natural 20.
Okay, yes, you do manage to
I'm
pull
just
it up.
holding
And
it.
you see as
I
you were
had them
pulling,
both in- I
you
held
were
them both
pulling
in one
as you
hand.
pull it up, you see there's like a larger vine attached to it, and you manage to detach it as you pull it out of the ground and make your escape.
Come on.
As soon as
on, dog.
as soon
Go.
as the cage comes up, I'm gonna like fast spider crawl right onto it.
No, you're still in the cage. He just pulled it out of the ground.
Oh.
So I'm holding you like
so I'm
this.
just getting shaken.
Yeah, basically, you're going for a ride.
Yeah, she's holding you
wild
and I'm
ride.
holding her, and it's just all one absolute shit show.
Nuts. You guys eventually.
Tune, let's go.
You see as the little balls of light begin to pursue you, make one final wisdom saving throw.
The wisdom. That is a 14.
As you are traveling.
No. Tune, save us. I command Tune to save us.
You see,
Sacrifice yourself.
as you are running, you see as fur begins to all over your
What
body, and you see as you begin to shrink and form into a cat.
Oh, it's okay.
So you're on the
I can
ground.
still,
You can carry one cage.
one
You
cage.
can
If
carry
I'm-
one.
Oh, can I
I'm
carry her
holding-
and she's got the other one?
Okay.
Yeah.
You can make a strength check to
What's in
hold
the other
the other
cage?
cage.
It's just
The two of you are on the ground. What are you two doing? Just rushing away? Okay.
Strength is a 14.
No,
it's a
her,
tiny. I'm
Oh,
only
hers
holding the
right
cage.
there.
you're holding his cage.
Yeah.
Yes. Roll a strength check. Minus 4.
It's an 8, so minus 4.
Yes. That's that cage is too much for you.
Yeah.
Yes. DC was 5 to carry that cage, but that cage is too much as you drop the cage as the cat is running away.
How long has it been, by
Squeaking.
the way?
I have
It's
no,
been
no
about
thumbs
15
anymore.
minutes.
I can't carry.
Mouth?
At this point, since
I thought I had you.
the rest left.
No, I can run on my own.
Oh, yes.
Can I
we got your
cast a
cage.
message?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who to save.
Am I able,
I can run.
Am I
No,
able
there's a
to
crab,
cast
there's a
Mage
frog.
Hand to pick myself up?
No, you can't do anything. Your abilities are limited to the animal that you're in right now.
Or I'm
You have
sorry,
the crab's
scuttle.
abilities right
You
now.
can scuttle and
I meant sending.
I just want to my mage hand come scoop you up.
That would be amazing. That would be hilarious. But no, unfortunately, you have the abilities of the form in which you have taken.
I meant sending, not messaging.
I start like chewing on the
Sending?
cage to get Spider Gray out. Spider Gray. Spider Gray.
All right, so sending, you send a short message. 25 right? Yes. What are you saying? And who are you sending it to?
What happened?
I'm gonna send it to.
Where the fuck are you?
Gray.
Gray. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, are you guys coming back anytime? Wait, okay, let me count these words.
Are you guys
Are
coming
you-
back anytime?
Are you guys coming?
Words, not syllables now.
Are you guys coming?
Whatever.
Are you guys coming back anytime soon?
Anytime is one word.
It is.
Words are tricky.
English, man.
English, what a
Great
language.
We're all fucked.
The others went looking.
Oh, it is
after
2 words. My bad.
You. I mean, it's both.
It's 2 words.
Okay. So that's still 14.
Okay. Okay. That's
Let
it.
me know.
All right. So as you are like, as all of this is going down, eventually you see feel as Iggy is trying to hold on to your cage as she is being pulled by cat form Ithryl, and with all the jiggling, she drops the cage, and as you are like rolling around in this container, you hear Orys' message: "Are you coming back anytime soon?"
What's up, bro?
Am I allowed to send one back?
Yes.
As long as your intelligence is 1.
As long as your
Does
intelligence
Spider
is
have
1.
intelligence?
Oh yeah.
Yes, you're fine.
Yeah, as long as my intelligence is 1, I can understand.
Yeah, you are fine. You can understand.
I'm a god.
I'm a goddamn spider.
I'm a god.
I'll
I'm
roll with
Spoder
it since
now.
I already said it. I'm a goddamned spider. We're all animals. Please help. Come quick. This
LOL
is
phrasing
fucked.
boom.
And that is the message.
Wait, how many words can I have?
25.
Big tree.
Danger zone.
Pixies as well. Danger
He
zone.
might have gone over 20.
This is great.
To whom it may concern.
So that was more than 25, but I'll
That was
allow
definitely
it. 'cause-
25, yeah.
But yeah, that's the message you get back.
Something wrong.
I'm like,
As the rest of you, you two, are trying to scurry it away, make stealth checks, please. Considering your speed, he is able to get away fast enough. You two, on the other hand.
Natural 18.
So you're able to stealth. Okay. Okay. So they do not find you.
Menacing crab laugh.
As you see, as you begin to just like trying to stay beneath like the roots and just not a direct path away from it. And you see as these balls of light are just floating, seeming to look for you, but eventually they do just go over and just pass you, and then eventually head back.
We come together to form a bigger creature. I'm on her back. And I have my claws. We're trying to look bigger than we are.
Gray, eventually you see as one of the pixies comes over, picks up your cage, and returns to the tree. That's
It's like there, are there any like acorns or nuts that I can like grab and throw?
not while he's running, no. So,
Squeak, squeak.
so
You sound like dinner to me now.
having left
Squirrel,
Alberton,
I can't-
encountered a wild or seemingly wild dog and befriended him, seen a giant beast flying overhead, and now encountered pixies and being turned into animals. The party is on a interesting and rough start to their journey to Aura Road. What happens after? We will find out after this short break.
What the fuck? Why?
It's
Why?
literally Kronk. Squeak.
Squeak.
We'll be back in 15 minutes.
We'll be back about 10 to 15 minutes, guys. back. Hello there, and welcome back to Magic and Modifiers. Where we left off, the party had come up with a plan and decided to head over to Oro Road instead of Maricor. On their way, they had a reasonable time traveling and befriended a dog in the name of Toon and continued their way. After spending the day with them, the next day they traveled further and eventually, whilst hunting before calling it a night, Iggy and Gray encountered a pair of floating lights. Following it, they eventually arrived at a magical tree of sorts and were both turned into animals. Going back for reinforcements, Toon eventually reached the party and alerted some of them to go and check on it. Orys decided to stay behind, not seeing any urgency. And
to watch the cart and the horse.
there was no urgency. And the rest of the party went to go and check on what happened. Having found them, the rest of the party was eventually turned into animals themselves while attempting to escape, but eventually making their way away, all except for Gray being carried back to the tree as a spider.
Thanks, guys.
So, the rest of you, what are you doing whilst you are
Making him.
making your way back?
Krabby Frogtron.
Krabby Frogtron. Okay. That is actually very loud.
I'm trying to get out of Gray's. I'm trying to get out of like Gray's mouth to like go back for our
My
eight-legged friend. Aren't you carrying me in your mouth?
Yeah, I'm not gray.
Or no?
I'm not
Do
gray.
I have any kind of innate feeling of how long this lasts?
Like Arcana check.
This is basically me and you right now. This is you.
Oh, that's a 10.
A 10? No idea. So,
Wait.
So the rest of-
Actually, I'm gonna pinch the frog.
Kinky.
Doesn't do any damage.
oh, you're trying to do damage? Are you letting him pinch you? Are you? So you can make an attack roll for
What's your
it's a
AC?
crab.
What's up for? Yeah, what's the
What if you, like,
-2?
That's her.
Yeah.
17.
Probably cut off like one of her feet, and when she morphs back.
Yes,
to
that
human,
very
she's-
definitely does damage. Crab,
Might be cat
with your
smacking.
pincher, you do a whopping
1 damage.
1 damage.
How much AC? How much health does she have?
As a frog,
1.
you have 1 HP.
You
So
are
as you
down.
do, as you
Just
get,
kill
as you
one.
are hopping along, you get the idea. I wonder. And you see as you see as mid hop, as Hope turns back into Hope and just like onto the
I'm
ground.
just looking at you like, step
Jesus.
Fucking do it.
He's in
I
his
eventually get away from you, and I'm going after Gray.
I guess just stop.
Did
Yes.
she know? Would she know what I basically did?
Yeah, basically, she can gather it, and you you look at this crab just like looking up at you, and
Kick it.
partially to get him back,
Eat it.
and more so as revenge for just pinching the crap out of you. Like you just with everything in you, stomp down. Roll. What's your strength modifier? What is there?
Got struck.
So you do 1 damage then. Okay, as the crab, I believe, the crab, as she just stomps down, you are. It hurt like hell, but you are still in crab form. You see, as his shell is like cracked, as like part of like one of the claws is just like half a claw. As he's just like.
Better not waste it. Better eat it. Like some seafood stew today.
Kill me?
Oh God! And she does 1 damage. That's it.
Now you
Hell for you.
That is brain damage for sure, by the way.
Crab battle.
How much HP does a crab have?
She does 1 damage with those.
Kick it.
She's got small feet.
All right, putting this poor crab out of its misery, you go to stomp again, and you are very. It's just like you hear this very audible under your foot, and you just are very, very quickly lifted up as this form of Gabriel forms under your foot.
Oh, then I'll catch her.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Huh?
Make an acrobatics check.
Ooh.
Rip.
Suave McSwabs.
He trips over the cheese.
Oh,
18.
18. All right. So you see like mid-air before she hits the ground, you managed to just catch her.
His nose bleeding.
Yeah.
Is it like a broken arm or something or no?
Thank you so much. This was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
The rest of you two.
I got away from him to go after
That's
Gray.
debatable.
I
I'll let her go. I'll let her go. She's beating me up. Those tiny squirrel fish were pummeling me.
It's kind of like something out of a movie. You see, as you are like trying to hold on, the squirrel is just like all over your body, just before you finally just let her loose as she goes away back towards the trees.
I am Grumpy Cat.
I think I'm gonna grab her by the hand. And we're gonna go look for
Orys.
him.
All right.
I should already.
Where
be
is
on-
Toon?
Toon.
I should already be
ran
on the
off.
way back with Toon.
Toon ran off.
Oh no, not with Toon.
I told Toon to go before I turned, I think, didn't I?
Yeah, you
I
did.
I'm
think-
gonna
Get
say
out of here, boy.
yeah. Toon ran off. Make an animal handling check real quick.
Really? Me?
Yep.
Even though I am an animal?
No, it's just retroactively for Toon.
Well, that's 13.
All right. So he went running off. Where he went
Somewhere.
running off to?
God only knows.
I don't really know. But make a perception check.
Natural 1.
So
But
you
I
are
already know in what direction they were going. And
yeah, you know what
We
in
already
direction.
messed
Well, just to see if you hear his calling. Gray, back at the tree. You see as the pixies put your cage down, and you see as the vines just begin to just like reattach with the rest of the cage. You see as they begin to just about 3 of them begin to just like slowly glide down. They're just like looking at the cage and just like inspecting you. They haven't said anything at this point.
While I'm heading back towards the tree, I'm gonna pick up a rock. For like as big as my tiny squirrel hands can carry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You pick up this beautiful, this hefty pebble.
While they're looking at me, I'm gonna be like, hello.
I'm Spider.
No, spiders do this. These little heat.
Spiders cannot
they
speak.
use a sign language.
You see, it's like you like lift up your arms. And they seem to be just again. They don't say anything. You're just going to just be like looking around and just looking at you. What languages do you know?
I know Druidic,
Okay.
which should work.
Common. You know common.
Common, Sylvan, and Undercommon.
Okay. So you understand that they seem to be speaking Sylvan at this point, as they are inspecting you. They look to one another. Should we summon him? I think so. The rest might come back. Okay. And this one just begins to float up towards the tree, out of sight. A few moments pass by, and you see as breaking through the trees, you see as a squirrel is coming your way, carrying this like almost acorn-sized pebble in one of its arms.
Yeah, ready.
At this point, Orys, you see as Gabriel and Hope come breaking through the forest as well towards you.
I was a frog.
There you are. So weird.
I heard.
You heard?
I heard. I spoke with Gray. So
We didn't even see Gray.
I spoke with him. We sent a message and I spoke with him. Let's go. I'm assuming they're still trapped. That's why you guys are here.
Yeah, we don't
I'm
know
just
where they
gonna-
are. Let's
what
go.
I'm doing.
Hopefully,
Catnap.
it's weird.
Yeah.
Well, what did you guys see?
I'm
And
done.
they'll explain as
I-
we're walking.
We were transformed into something smaller. I had eyes, and from what I could see was big red claws. I have a really strange craving for butter and lemon right now. Don't know why.
That's not how that works.
Wait,
I want to
You
bathe in
smell
it.
like a crab, I'll tell you that.
Don't worry. I
Yo.
guess, yes. So apparently there's this giant tree that transforms everyone who gets near it. But I think everyone else is trapped over there. A very wise tree.
Does this sound like anything I know?
Would it be a
No.
crate?
No?
Iggy, I'm sorry, Ithryl, what are you doing? Where are you heading to?
I am just licking myself because I don't know what else to do.
All right.
Yeah? I'm just testing out this new body of mine,
It's
seeing
like-
what it can
guess
do.
I'm
So
Stuff
you
like
see,
this
as you
now.
as you just you're sitting there,
Yeah.
you see as you're sitting there, you're like, you know, I've always wondered, and you just lift and just begin to and go on your cleaning spree.
I got my tiny rock.
You breaking through with your pebble. What are you doing? As you see, make a perception check.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay, so you see as there seems to be the two balls of light in front of the cage. Gray is in, and there's one further up, about 30 feet from the ground, touching the side of the tree. You see as there seems to be like sigils forming around the area that it is touching.
I hold on to my rock and just sit back for a minute
Okay.
because I can see them the
It's doing
sigils coming
something,
up. It's
yeah.
like could be important, so I'll just stop my little attack on the tree.
I'm
Pixies.
just trying to scream out in Sylvan as much as I can.
Spider can't talk, buddy.
I'm a druid!
Spider can't talk.
If you make me back into it, I won't run. Just
Again,
show me
you
what
are
you
just
do.
like frantically moving your legs in there, just trying to like get their attention. They just seem to just like paying you no mind. They just seem to be just like just like as they're looking at you. The one up top, so that's just touching the side of the tree. This goes on for a while, and as the three of you, can the three of you make a perception check?
Yes.
Ooh,
5, okay.
Do I hear that tree behind me?
19.
19. So the three, as you are heading in the path that Gabriel and Hope is going, you see as out of the corner of your eye, you see as this cat is just licking itself. You know this to be Ithryl.
Really?
And he's
You
just,
do? Wait, you do?
yeah, you guys were, yeah, because he was carrying you guys when he got turned into a cat. Huh? You kick it up.
Get out of that cat form!
All right, make an attack roll.
Shit. What do I add?
Just your dexterity modifier.
6 total.
6 total.
That's gonna be misses. I want to hit it.
I think I missed. Oh my
I'm 90% sure you
Pick
missed.
some dirt.
damn nimble cat.
Cat. What was it? What did you roll?
6.
6. Yeah, you missed. So as he is just like licking, you see as at the last moment as you were getting ready to kick, he manages to like jump away.
I want to claw at him. I want to scratch him up real good.
Make an attack roll.
The 19.
19.
Plus whatever. I don't know.
Plus 0. So as your leg goes to kick at him, you see as he just like reaches up and claws at your ankle. You do 1 point of damage as he scratches your ankle.
So we have to kill that
So,
sacred flame on the cat.
Make a dexterity saving. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you might
Pretty
have.
good. That is half damage.
Not great. But do I do my dexterity saving throw or just?
No, the cats. Just
I
roll.
rolled
and
a
I'll tell you.
5. So.
5.
Yes.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
Wow. That's the lowest you've ever rolled.
Yeah.
It takes a total of 7 damage.
Okay. So you see, the smell of burning hair just emits your nose as you
That's
see
like his
as
vital sound.
he is just emitted in this white light,
I'm just thinking,
and you
grumpy
see
cat.
as Ithryl
I'm
transforms.
just thinking.
No, just
So you take 4 damage as well as mark 4 damage off of your current health as well as the rest of the
I
rest.
figure you might want to come back in flames.
Stab you in the throat.
Okay, so we have 4 members of our party.
So how did you all get turned into animals?
There's a big
Help.
tree, and
By a
apparently
tree.
when you get within a certain distance of it, it turns you into an animal. It's a dick, and I'm coming back out with a fireball. Let's go.
Yeah, what's gonna stop it from doing that again though?
Fireball.
That tree is massive. I don't think that's gonna do it.
But
What
1
if it's
to
electric
200
cinnamon?
foot tree. But,
50-foot blast right.
hey, you do what you gotta do. So
We can always call nature.
as
No, we
you
got
are
the
watching.
kitty, but we need to find it.
As you guys are discussing, you are watching as the pixie up top is these sigils that are forming are just forming in these circles, and reaches about the 6th circle around the area. Eventually, it begins to glow this white light, and you see as the side of the tree begins to like split open, and you see as there's like this light forming, shooting out from the other side. A few moments pass by, and you notice as everything seems to stop. The trees have stopped swaying. You see as there's been some falling leaves, and they seem to just stop mid fall in the air. As this happens, you see as this about 5-foot man with these big wings come just floating out of the tree, holding what appears to be a coconut. You see as he looks around, and he just begins to descend to the base of the tree, looking at Gray. You see as he looks and begins to picks up the cage, and it seems to be with relative ease, the tree just kind of detaches as he picks it up. He's kind of and he shakes it up. As he does, you see as he tosses it, and from the shaking, you manage to take 1 damage and turn back into Gray. It just bursts through the remains.
I run
the
over and
tree.
climb on top of Gray's shoulder.
I hold you on my shoulder, and in Sylvan, I'm do not mean to trespass in your sanctuary. Please, give my party a fair chance at explaining ourselves.
I'm listening.
My rock is ready. If you say something I don't like.
I just pull the rock out of your hand. We are just traveling through your forest. I do apologize any intrusion that we may have caused. I too am a creature of the forest, and
I'm something of a druid myself.
I would have not knowingly disturbed you. But as you may be, or
No,
as
yeah.
you are already awake, what's your name? Could I speak to you a little bit?
Name's Whizzlin.
Uh-huh.
What kind of
Uh-huh.
is that?
Uh-huh.
Your name was dude.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'll kill him.
I'm writing this down in the journal.
Does the voice in the journal crack? Just
Yeah.
King of the fairies. You will bow now.
Oh. You can do it, little bitch.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna bow.
I don't respect you anymore.
That's a lot better. So,
Greetings, Wislin.
what are you doing with my tree?
I wasn't doing anything to the tree knowingly. Like I said, me and my party are just.
Wait. It kind of like flicks you.
Can I try to grab her tail?
You take enough damage to just back into Iggy.
Iggy,
Yes?
this is my friend. My friend does not know too much about this forest. Neither do I. I'm also going to have some friends.
Are you
Probably,
still speaking to Sylvan?
yes, probably running up quickly. Please ignore them.
They're not going to be showing up anytime. As he says that, he kind of like smirks. Soon.
Oh, so I look around and
You notice that the leaves have stopped moving. The
Orys
wind
is
has stopped
mid-sneeze.
howling. You see everything seems to just be frozen.
Ithryl's mid-stab at Orys' throat.
Well, Wislin, again, I do apologize. It was not our intention to wake you.
Mm-hmm. Well, seeing as you obviously pose no threat,
Might I add,
I would advise you to not mess with my tree or any of the other ones.
perfectly reasonable request. Might I ask, as a fellow druid, could I? What are your trees here for?
Make a pretty big persuasion check.
17.
17. I use them from time to time to deal with this world, and that's all you need to know.
Understood. One more question, if I.
You've got a lot of questions on you.
I'm very curious. If
Well,
you could.
curiosity killed the cat.
Will you allow my companions and I the safe passage through your forest? We don't mean to trespass.
Just stay away from the tree.
Okay. Do you know a faster way to get to Aura Road by chance?
Again, you ask a lot of questions.
That'll be my last one. If you can give me that.
Persuasion check.
Let's try it. 17 again.
17. That way. And he points northeast.
All right, Wislin. I bow. My name is Gray.
I just copy. What are you doing?
If, for whatever reason, we come into each other's presence again, feel free to say hi. Please don't kill us. We're not trying to fuck up the forest. I knowingly would not do that. And then I just walk backwards.
Come to Gabriel preparing a fireball at the tree.
Finishing position.
As you say this, he kind of like floats back into the tree, and you see as the bark kind of closes. A few moments pass, and eventually you see as and the trees begin to sway again, and the leaves begin to fall.
What language is that?
Hey! I'm like trying to scream to to everybody else that's running up.
Oh, they're pretty far behind.
Okay. Sylvan.
Is it hard to learn?
Yes.
I'm up for a challenge. Second question. What was that?
Let's go find the others and I'll tell all of you at the same time.
That's fair.
So I've heard of things like this before. Yes? No?
Arcana check.
Arcana? 10.
I saw it from your face.
No.
But it's safe to assume that he's some sort of Well, he said he was the king of the fairies, or the pixies, so. Yeah. Alright.
Ray! Where are you?
Perception check.
By the tree. Where you look?
What?
Perception check. You too.
10.
10. Okay, so you can hear very faint just in the distance. Great.
I'm like gonna feline agility over to them.
Okay.
Because I do not want them to disturb.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way towards the tree, you see very quickly rushing towards you as Gray is almost, I would say all fours heading towards your way.
Oh, it's Spider Cat. Look.
Hey, so we're not going to the tree at all. We're not going back there. And you guys are not gonna fucking harm anything. You are not gonna eat in this forest. If you see any big trees, you stay away from them. You don't touch it. You don't go near it. You let me know, and we leave.
I stealthed away to go touch the tree.
Are you still a cat?
Just
No.
feeling the tree up. All right.
Takes a
Wow.
bit.
Yeah.
It takes a bit before, yeah.
Where is Iggy?
Because of his movement.
I'm
Where's
sorry.
Iggy?
Warning.
I'm sorry.
Two.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm actually. This was more exciting and more of a
Sorry,
cool
who
thing
did you
than
say
it
that
was.
you met?
The king of the pixies.
It's true, I can
Or
vouch.
the fairies? Was it fairies or?
On this plane of existence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why in the fuck would he be?
As in,
I don't
half
know.
of, do
but
I know?
Why would he be there?
Do I know a face?
Sure, we've all heard stories of the Feywild.
All little elven boys were told stories of the
You just
Feywild
found out dragons were real.
and the Archfey.
Everyone.
I should know
sorry.
about this, considering I'm a druid who spent a lot.
Well, that's what the chat was for. Well, yeah, everyone can make a general wisdom check. Really quick.
I'm generally not too wise.
19.
Wisdom?
18.
Oh yeah, 18.
The Oak Show.
What?
8.
It's at the Oak Show.
Okay.
You're leading the network.
19.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Everyone has, again, like you said, growing up, heard tales of a realm called the Feywild, where everything is magical. Magic itself is almost tangible, and at overflowing even. With a 15 or higher, you know who got a 15 or higher?
Me.
Okay. So, 15 or higher. You know that from studies and just myths even, you know that there are creatures on the other side referred to as archfey that are responsible for things that happen here. Whether it be the weather, time, seasons, whatever. It correlates to one of the archfey on that side as well.
Then this king of the pixies.
You do not know him personally. You do not know which one. You need to
You gotta have a drink
you
beers
know,
with him every Saturday night after.
But I'm saying, like, I mean, I rolled 17. I just
So,
wanna, I'd like to
yeah,
see
the-
one
yeah.
of the archfey.
you would imagine from the description of it, he probably is one of them.
You mean so you met an Archfey,
Yeah.
Yes.
king of the pixies? Is that? Are you sure?
But why would-
Fairies? What did he say?
King of the
said
Fairies.
king-
Let's say it that way.
Fairies?
But why would he be this plane of existence?
Well, he has
Why are dragons alive?
area.
Just
He
because
has
I thought they
area.
died 1,000 years ago doesn't mean I don't know other things.
He has waypoints
Do you know other
in every
things?
I
forest.
know lots of things.
If he
Convince
wanted
In
me.
every forest, so we're to stay away from every forest.
no, it's to stay away from all of his like.
Why?
If your fucking god told you to do something, would you
Oh,
not?
he's your god.
You just
No,
made him
but
a
he's
god now.
probably as powerful as yours, if not more powerful.
Okay. As I swing my hammer up and start walking back.
This is why I don't do religion. You see these people?
I'm not religious. I know what this man can do. With this entity.
Sounds like a true believer to me.
Yeah, he's brainwashed already.
Spend enough time in the woods, man.
I'd rather not.
Anyways, let's not. He said he would grant us safe passage through the forest as long as we did not interfere with his trees.
Well, if he interferes with me, he'll meet my hammer.
And you're just gonna turn.
You're
into
gonna meet a swift death or a long eternity in the Feywild.
Gets turned into a worm.
Then I'll die in battle.
Let's go to camp.
Two.
Yeah, I think all of you need is a good.
I'm screaming Toon's name.
Maybe when we get back to my treat, we go out. And
Do you know of a casino nearby?
I'm saying when we get to a big town, big city. It sounds
But-
like you all need to let a little steam off. And
Can I
some
try to
places they will
see
provide women and men
if I know where
for events
he
as well.
went? Like, can I do like a survival check to try to track Toon?
Yeah, make a survival check.
16.
16. Yep. He went south, judging from just the trail, the footprints, and just the clear trail that just seems to have gone through bushes. He seemed to have gone south.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna go find Toon, and then we're coming. I'll be right back. We're going to bed.
Careful with those trees. Don't want to touch him.
Says the man that fucking sprung into action, and then I'm since I got a full night of rest, and I'm going.
It is about 10 p.m. at this point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Since I got a full night of rest the night before, I am going to turn back into the Samoyed dog and go looking for Toon.
Okay.
good question.
Yeah.
While we're on this trip east,
Yes.
do I know of?
You guys, no,
Do I
Aura
know
Road
the-
is north. He said when he was speaking to you, he said northeast was the quicker way. Yeah.
Do I know like the Las Vegas of Fios?
Probably the city you're from.
Bodeg? Well, yeah, actually, Bodeg would probably be
Gambling city,
gambling, night outs, all kinds of crazy
the
things.
city that never
Vice City.
sleeps.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if we ever get the chance, and we're ever in Bodeg, we'll try not to. Try
You
not
can meet your family.
No, we'll try not to make sure that they don't know I'm there, but we'll go out and we'll do, we'll splurge.
Bodeg.
Bodeg.
I have a sister there.
My sisters.
You have a lot of sisters.
Oh, maybe you met her already. Ooh, maybe it's one of the old
Everyone? What's Pedal?
lovers.
I'm still running. Trying to.
Survival check.
I didn't exactly spread my wings until after.
13.
You were gonna
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Life of a noble.
Haven't found him.
Still running.
So, okay.
I'm gonna bark out like his name the whole time.
Okay, he's really horrible. Okay. So it goes well into the night. What are you rest of you guys doing?
I'm
You
setting
go
up
begin-
a fortress.
Setting up fortress. I'm guessing you're setting up your hut. Sorry.
While I hum, crab, deep.
Horses are there.
Deep.
Huh?
Horses
Horses
are
are
there.
Yes. I don't think.
Frickin' fracker there.
Frickin'
That's
fracker.
like the
there.
crab thing.
What animals would they have turned into if they got to the tree? I wonder.
I'm sorry. How? They seem to be like pecking, looking for like worms or whatever in the little area.
Oh,
You
they
see,
found
as
the dead
around
rabbit.
there are just like holes everywhere around the camp.
Toon left
just
a
like
dead
tiny
rabbit.
holes.
They didn't try to cook it.
We had to
Oh,
leave
thank God.
immediately after we showed up.
Yeah.
Orys was still there.
Around. So you guys are calling in to sleep. Gray, about midnight comes. You still haven't found him.
Over under 1 week.
Survival check.
Well, actually, shit. After 2 hours, I wouldn't be a dog anymore.
Yeah.
You can still yell.
Nat 20, baby.
Natural 20. Okay. So it takes you roughly about another hour. It's around 1 o'clock in the morning before you see as crumbled up with the other dead rabbit, just partially eaten. You see as Toots just like laying like balled up at the base of a tree. It's like
Of the tree or?
a tree, just another tree.
Okay.
No.
Tune. Hey, Tune. 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 Hey, bud. Grab the fucking rope that's on his fucking
There's a great
lead.
dog.
And I'm just gonna waste this, why not? I'm gonna, what's it called? Cast Speak with Animals again. And, on the way back, I'm gonna, dude, you can't just run away like that. You need to stay with us.
Well, you told me to.
No, I told you to go back to camp.
No, they told me to go run.
Okay, well, if you're not with me, you need to be with somebody else. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You either need to stay with me or stay with someone else from the group.
Mm-hmm.
Me or someone else.
Mm-hmm.
I tighten my hold on the leash and I walk back to to camp with him.
Good.
I'm just explaining to him the whole
Make a-
time, like,
make a survival
please,
check.
you need to listen to me.
Make a survival check.
15.
15? Okay. So, it takes you about another hour before you finally reach. It's about 3, about 3 in the morning, yeah, before you eventually reach the camp. You see as the two, as Iggy's hut, and you would imagine somewhere around there would be Gabriel's hut as well, somewhere. But
I'm going to.
the rest of you here.
I don't get up.
I'm just like, I'm like, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep.
Alright.
Is Speak with Animals still active at this point?
How long? What's the duration? It's been an hour since you cast it.
I think it's only 10 minutes.
10 minutes? No.
All right. In that 10 minutes, I'm like, you need to listen to me. You need to just be a good boy, please. I'm gonna take half of my ration. I'm gonna throw it under the cart. I'm gonna point to him. I'm gonna say, lay down. And then I'm gonna get in the back of the cart. And I'm gonna eat the other half of the ration. And I'm gonna go to bed.
Make an animal handling check.
13.
13? Okay. So, about an hour, as you go to, you deposit the ration there under the cart, and he seems to go there. A few minutes pass, and you hear just from the outside of the tent.
No, I'm on the cart.
Oh, you're on the cart.
I'm on top of the
Oh,
cart.
okay, so he jumps onto the cart and
Okay, fine.
snuggles next to you.
Fine.
But
I'm gonna use him like as a pillow. I'm gonna wait for him to get all comfortable, and I'm just gonna.
okay, so it takes a bit, but eventually you two find a comfy spot between the two of you.
Cat
Rest. The rest of the night goes by uneventfully. As the morning comes, each of you wake up. You see to the beautiful sight, the cute, adorable sight of Gray and Toon just snuggling in the cart.
I'm dark, Jesus.
All right, we should get moving, guys. If we want to get to Middle Eck.
Frick, frack, come on.
Yeah, we're going to Middle Eck, aren't we?
Frick, frack.
Rick Frack? Oh, I don't wager.
You
That's a
killed
lie.
the
I wager all the time.
No.
No. Not on this.
He has a
Thanks
heart.
for giving me a dog, man.
Mm-hmm. So, that was day 2.
Day 3.
Can we fast forward?
That was day 2.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, nothing eventually happens for the
Did you
rest
tell us
of
that
the 3 days.
Like you told us all that.
Until finally you reach, you can see the familiar sights of the walls of Middleac, the wooden walls, and the forest to the direct east of it, and the mountains that you originated from to the east as well.
Don't forget, just like Alberton, this place fucking sucks too. But I'm sure they still remember some of us.
Especially you.
Yeah, but we're only here to get supplies, and then we are going to the next place.
Have I been here?
Yes.
We've all been
What do you
Right.
guys? This is where you get to be.
Oh yeah, that one.
What do you guys think about this? Do you think we should set up camp outside of the town, and only 1 or 2 of us go into buy supplies, that way we don't get caught up in?
Did we leave on bad terms?
We
Yes.
didn't leave on bad terms. There's just some sketchy police work going on.
Oh, the
He charmed the cop into letting us leave.
Well, right?
the well.
They thought that they were going to keep the boy just for whatever reason. And I was like, no, you're not. And you know where that went.
Oh, you
Hey,
guys are wanted?
no,
No.
People of interest.
Wanted, okay.
Iggy, how about
I'll
you?
go shopping.
Yeah, you go
You
shopping.
guys stay here.
Gonna burn another spell. Speak
It's a
to
new day.
animals. What?
It's a new day.
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna burn.
I can go into town too. I can disguise myself.
Well, that's fine. We
That's
need to
good,
make
good.
sure we
Actually,
take
then
care of
fine.
the horses today. Let them rest. Get some food and supplies.
Does anyone have anything in particular that they want
You need to get food,
besides that?
and
Rations.
I need you to also get at least. I need you to get flasks, 2 flasks of oil and 1 healing potion for me.
Holds out hand. I can pay for it.
He has a point.
I take 3 platinum out and I give it to you specifically.
Did you say wood healing? Or wound healing?
Of healing.
This is going to sound very, very strange, but I believe that there is. You don't have to go super in depth. Just if they have it, they have it. There is a magic shop in there.
Mm-hmm.
If they have a magical deck of playing cards, I think you can get that.
Okay.
Just 10 gold. If it costs more, I'll pay you back.
I have a feeling it'll cost more.
If it costs more, I'll pay you.
It's magical
Here's
playing cards.
50 gold.
Probably more than that. That map costs 12,000 gold.
Add another
I'm gonna
zero
cost
at the end of
significantly
that.
higher than
It's 2 zeros actually.
Yeah.
Anything from you
You
guys?
underestimate this world's economy.
World
Box if they have it. If not, just as many rations as you can get. Might as well stock up.
Basically, it is a plain deck of illusions.
What's your price limit on this thing?
6.
250.
So if it's 250, you'll pay us back at that?
Yes.
Walking.
Right, break debt and live, right?
Ithryl, come on. We're some daylight.
Alright, I disguise myself with my disguise kit.
Okay.
I'm no longer.
What do you look like, Barry?
What?
What do you look like?
Like a normal human guy, you know, just
Oh, well, that just summed it all up. So, what do you look like?
normal brown hair, normal.
He's
brown
just a real boy.
Brown hair, brown eyes.
Wearing a really average little coat, you know.
That's colorful.
It's well, it's not go too far. There's still some me in here somewhere.
It's a light
That
brown.
one around the type of
Yeah.
All right. So, walking inside of Middleac, you see some guards 2 guards are stationed outside of the entrance. Look at you as you begin to enter, but they don't interfere. Just look you up and down, but don't approach or address you. Entering from the south, you look to the left, and you see what is the remnants of a house, seemingly to just have been demolished at this point, and a trail that goes into deeper. You enter once reaching the center of the town. You see a large red stone building with a red roof, known as the Fig Tavern. You are familiar with it, having stayed there a few times in the past. And it is also the location of the death of a certain pig.
Smiles. This is sprawls across.
You're smiling.
Weird memory.
That was weird. Please don't do that again.
Oh, I won't. It wasn't a real smile, just a sky smile.
So, you've been here before. I have no idea where I'm going.
I definitely do.
Lead the way.
Where are you heading for?
Well, let's look at the supplies first, which they wanted, and
Yeah, the
whatever. That wasn't. Yeah.
Potion.
It's not a potion.
So rations, 2 things of oil, and a healing potion.
Okay, and then after that we'll go to a magic shopping and ask for a deck of cards that's going to cost significantly higher than 250 gold.
Okay.
I assume.
Okay. Make a wisdom check real quick.
Wisdom check. 12.
Well, remember that there is no magic shop in this city. Thinking Alverton, buddy.
Huh?
You're thinking Alverton. With a magic shop? Remember? No, there was a magic shop in Alverton.
So our trip just got a lot quicker.
This whole time, I'm going to be working.
Remember last time you came here, you looked for a magic shop? And then let you know that there was no magic shop. This is more of a outpost, small little rest for the day, go on type of town.
I'm going to be working with Toon the entire time they're gone.
Alright, make an animal handling check. You two, you 3, what are you doing while you wait?
Yeah, for all of us, yeah.
19.
They could make it puns. If someone one of us
I mean, we have the brag and the dog, in case we're not able to.
We have the dog. You have the dog, don't worry. Yeah, let's see what.
I
mean, I'm a human. I care about all creatures. Yeah. Let's
That
do
was
it.
very convincing.
Yeah, let's do it.
So about 25 rounds.
Can certainly try.
I don't know. thought some weird fucking cat was meowing at me for something. I don't know.
So 25 rations.
25.
How?
That'll do it.
Yep.
I've only used one of
To an
mine,
extent.
so.
You see, again, through communicating with Freaking Frack, they seem to just pull from random locations phrases they've heard in different voices. So at one point they'll talk in Gray's voice, another point they'll talk in Gabriel's voice, and then just to complete a sentence or a thought, just to grasp that they'll just.
Words from Anthony.
But you hear eventually at one point they wanted something to drink and they asked for a cup of water, but they asked in a completely strange voice that you've never even heard before. You'd probably imagine to be one of the people who came to the tavern before, but they just doesn't seem to have an semblance of just something there. No, it's kind of like mimicking stuff they've heard at one point or another.
Like Bumblebee.
Yeah, sort of like Bumblebee. Yeah, just grabbing from sources that they heard, but never like anything like a complete complex thought. Always something like essential. I want water. I want food, or something like that.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Okay. So it goes relatively well. They eventually you manage to give an semblance of like a pat cake thing going on with them. By the end of the time there, Gabriel is kind of sulking in his just like, oh crap. Once he remembers, the horses seem to just be appreciative of their being fed.
You said he remembered there's a magic shop?
after you guys have
All
left.
three
yes.
of us are here.
Can I quickly? I just
Sorry.
there's no shop there, but you see the message to Ithryl?
I guess so. Yeah.
So there's not going to be a magic shop. But
Yeah, we knew that.
How much gold did you give me again?
Ask him if he can find a book or chat.
Oh, right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Hey, Ithryl.
Hmm?
Gabriel is asking if you could find a book of enchantment. On enchantment.
In this one horse town, I doubt it, but I'll see what I can find.
Heard.
Ithryl out.
So,
Or
um, you see as you pass, those of you who go inside, you see as you pass the tavern, you see posted on the wall 2 wanted posters. One of them you recognize to be Gabriel's face. The other one you also recognize to be Mitski's face. On
Is
the
there one of me
posters.
just like it's like a blank face?
No.
Dilated question mark.
Do I see the posters?
Yeah, you see, you don't know who the second person is, but you do recognize Gabriel as the picture.
I don't
that
recognize
picture.
Mitski.
Oh wait, you do know Mitski. I'm sorry. Yes, you do remember you do recognize both posters to be Mitski as well. One to be Mitski.
What'd they do?
Oh, who can remember?
Is this photo of me smiling with
They
my
can't get your nose right.
my silver canine quickly?
Some guard wanted to hold the kid.
It's a decent drawing.
He was in a well.
It's a decent drawing.
Nothing major. Nothing.
There's not sparkling tooth. No sparkling tooth.
How much is Gabriel worth?
Oh, good question.
Gabriel, at the price
Yeah.
on
What's
the
the
wonder,
reward?
he's worth 200 gold coins.
Ooh.
Oh, that's it?
We're not there. We
At
don't
least
know.
6,000.
Mitski is worth 1,000.
Mitski's worth 1,000?
Yes.
I'm gonna go find that fucking kid, dude.
No.
He's way too far.
You can just make yourself
I could.
Lewis transportation.
Ignoring that. Let's go find the stuff.
Let's go find the stuff. Get those
Okay.
supplies.
So, head into the general store towards the north of the town, very close to the barracks. You enter inside. Oh no, my notes. They're gone. Well, human inside, male, mid-30s.
Hello, fellow human.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, human.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes. Yes,
How
you
can
as
I
well.
help you?
Here to pick up quite a few things. We need about like 20 rations,
Oh, that's a hefty order, but sure. I
or
can
as
have
many as
20.
we can.
I have 20.
Alrighty. 2 flasks of oil and a healing potion.
I do have 1 healing potion.
And we only need 1. Beautiful.
Sorry, autoplay.
This is so sad.
The status health potion. We got to 1. Hands it over, like starts shutting.
We
So-
had to use the rest
God.
to try to cure Timmy.
Didn't make it.
It's
To
like he's stuck
try.
in the well.
I hate you all.
That well is claiming
So-
life. That well is just
The
dangerous.
rations are 6
well.
silver coins.
Okay.
The rations are 6 per ration. You said the healing potion.
Yeah.
It costs 55 gold.
Okay.
And what else did you want?
2 things of oil.
Flask of oil.
Yeah.
That was all they wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me.
And the flask of oil is 2 silver coins.
Okay.
Did you happen to know where I could find a book of enchanting?
Roll a percentage check.
On enchantment.
There's a 5% chance.
Percentage?
Yes.
What?
In this small
I
sit
told you, it's one
town,
more town.
yes.
Hold on, Harry.
I got you. 55.
In this small town.
What were you trying to
Unfortunately, that's a bit beyond what we keep stocked. Yeah.
Yes, well, it's quite depressing. But I will endure.
Oh, here's your book.
The coloring book.
It says how to grow grass.
You might want to check Bendel or
Bindle.
Road or something like that.
All right, well, I think we got everything we need.
Okay, yeah. So I give him doing the math here, and it's just not connecting. The Iggy smarticles are not kicking in right now.
Here's sparkles.
Tell you what, do you have any?
It's like pimp particles, but.
What kind of books do you have here?
I'll let you get like.
What do we have here?
Yeah.
No.
No.
We have
Smarticles.
I was thinking like a pair of glasses.
No.
You're more intelligent.
I wish.
What? So you basically just go.
we have a book on hunting.
A book on hunting? How much is that?
Hunting. That would be 5 silver coins.
I'll take it.
All right. Sure. We'll get that for you right away. He gets you a book called Hunting 101.
I am capable of hunting.
Oh, I should have asked them to get me.
Why don't you just go in?
I'm gonna pull out my, once we leave the store, I'm gonna get on me to forge a title.
Your fans.
That's a forgery kit, buddy. Sorry.
What'd you do?
That's a forgery kit. I'm sorry, buddy.
So I don't have that.
I don't think so. It's an amazing idea, though.
Oh, I do have one!
What did you do?
Are you proficient in it?
I don't know if I'm proficient in it, but I have
If
it.
you,
You
have
should-
it, odds are you're proficient.
Yeah.
Your proficiencies.
Wait, what were you doing?
Oh, you'll see.
I'm gonna say I believe you for the sake of this. Yes. So roll a performance check.
Of enchanting. Or about enchanting.
21.
Oh, this is fucking perfect.
Because he's not here.
So, you see as he goes to the corner, you see as he pulls out this like sack of just different tools. And you see as he goes and he begins to just use different combination of different inks to just kind of cover up the front of the case and a couple of etchings to just kind of mark in a new script and trying the best as he can. You see as he changes the name to what?
The big book of enchanting.
The big book of enchanting.
The big book on enchanting.
The big book on enchanting. And
Enchanting for
looking at it, well, it seems pretty authentic. And you don't know whether you're disappointed or impressed because it looks pretty real at this point.
Thank you and Catboy are my favorites.
From the distance.
If anyone asks, that boy was 100 gold.
Make it too.
Thank you.
All right. So is that all you guys are doing?
That's all I got. I got my book and home.
All right. So it takes you guys about 10 minutes. Takes you guys about 10 minutes before you begin to walk through the southern gates, and the rest of you see as they begin to walk your way.
How did my training session with Boyo
Sorry
go?
about that. So in the time, you had about 30 minutes, and you tell from in the time that you tried last to now, he has forgotten how to say the command set. You reintroduce it, and it seems to have been engraved. He picked it up a lot faster this time, but seem to have gotten it. Let's see. 6. But you guys have reunited.
You got it?
You guys are about 15 minutes out, about 10 minutes outside of the gates.
So we met up with him?
Yeah.
Your stupid book cost me 100 gold.
I gave you 50.
Yeah, so you owe me 50. Take it.
You look at it, it's the big book on enchantments.
What are the horses seem like, by the way? Are they tired? Are they just calm?
They seem to be relatively calm. You guys haven't overworked them, and it seems to just be part of their regular life cycle.
I'm just playing fetch with Tune at this point, just throwing a stick.
And the deck of cards?
Oh, thank you.
That town? No. There's no cards there.
And I got about 20 rations for us to split. Seems like enough in case we don't come up. In
Better
case
than
we
none.
come empty-handed with hunting. I know we'll be hunting, but
Better than none, yeah.
I have a crossbow.
I'm sorry.
Shots fired.
I'm betting
This time it hit.
that's where they string. I got only trying to.
He makes music, not war.
There's a wanted poster of him over there. I think he makes plenty of trouble.
You didn't bring a copy of it?
Gabriel,
He's worth 200
you're only worth 200 gold.
Why didn't you bring one of the
The boy's
posters?
worth 1,000. How does it feel to be worth 20% of a child?
All right, well,
I don't think they got his
Why
house
would
right.
they want me?
I don't know.
all right, guys,
didn't ask.
calm down, everyone. Let's just keep going. I'm gonna deposit Tune in the back of the cart and walk next to the cart, or sit in the back with him.
Good.
Let's get going.
All right.
War Road is still in the Vendelian Empire, right?
No.
It's not?
No.
Are we about to leave the Vendelian Empire?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna get you a couple of pages.
All right.
of this
So,
book.
Do I happen to have an extra? Do I happen to have an extra pouch?
pouch, you mean like a bag? A little smaller bag?
Where I could hold gold,
Oh, we
You
have
have
those.
Mitskis?
but it's matched. I'm looking for a non-matchable patch of gold.
Forget
Well,
about
that
that.
will not stop giving me money once I leave the Vendelian.
Oh, gotcha. No.
I don't have one.
No. And if you ain't bought one, but nah, if it didn't come with your kit.
Then I will go get one.
You open up the book, and in big letters on the first page, it says, "So you think what it got? Sorry. So you think you've got what it takes a bag of big one? Follow this, guys, and you'll really be bringing home the bacon."
Flip.
Chapter 1. Where they at? And it goes into an in-depth description of the types of tracks to be found on the ground, and how to distinguish between a bear track, a brown bear track,
I will
a
throw
black
the book at Ithryl. 100 gold for a fake book? What? You let them take you for 100 gold for a fake book?
Cause the guy told me it was legitimate.
And
Here,
I was
read it
elsewhere.
yourself, and I'll stick it in his face.
It says what
as he has
That's what you
I
wanted.
think he wants
chapter as he
Read it.
as he hands it to you, you see it's turned to chapter 3. Chapter 3, the big one.
But make it to the big enchantment.
Read the next page.
This is
He's like,
so the next page is just a big diagram of how to properly strap up the carcass.
Not that the book isn't useful, clearly. We can give it to Gray. But that book probably costs 3 silver in most places. You got taken for 100 gold.
This whole time, I'm like holding Tune, petting him. I'm like, don't let them get you riled up, bud. Just chill. It's all good. They're being fucking stupid.
I mean, well,
I'm not telling you to give me the money right now, but I expect you to pay me back something. You got ripped off.
I don't know what to say. I'm embarrassed.
I expect better of you. Smoky boy.
You know, I thought the guy seemed trustworthy to me. I don't know.
He had that face.
I thought it was an honest human-to-human interaction.
Hello.
Human.
And
Oh.
he abandoned me.
Gabriel, can you roll me one more of those cigarettes?
Absolutely.
Are you keeping track of how much you have as well, by the way?
I mean, you never told me like how much I really had. So I
And
don't
yes,
know.
I completely
So
forgot
I'm
about
gonna
the
say,
lead
for
box.
the sake of
I would
it,
say
you
the
got.
last 5 episodes, I've rolled at least 20.
Okay, so you have probably like 2 left.
But hey,
Okay,
for what it's worth,
I get one in the next
this book seems kind of useful for our current endeavor, does it
I
not?
said yes, Gray would probably enjoy
Are you
it.
sure not
I will
you?
go into town really quick to buy
Are you sure not
that
you?
or like a small chest.
You want to learn how to hunt?
I
You
feel
said
bad.
you were looking at the
I
map.
not have any
If you want to help.
in the sport.
Were you looking at the
If
map
you want
right,
to
or-
help.
No, I mean, if I wanted to hunt,
Okay.
we would go back home and run horses, and a fox would be chased by hounds, and we'd shoot it. That's
Oh, you're a rich boy.
I'm going into town to find what?
You're a rich
A
girl.
bag, and maybe a small chest as well.
It's the burlap sack.
Yeah, just like a bag for gold.
Coin pouch.
Sure.
And what was the second item?
A small chest.
I had it.
I think in, they call it a wallet in Ocarina of Time?
Okay.
I've been creating like unicorns since then.
Have you now?
Yeah.
So, small chest
I do miss the
will
flexibility.
cost 5 gold coins.
I was being.
And a regular coin pouch.
Not true.
A regular coin pouch
What?
costs
5 feet exactly.
It's pretty
5
tiny.
copper, I'm gonna say. But it doesn't hold as much coin as he wanted to.
Should I get that rock?
So, the rest of you, in the meantime, what are you doing whilst Orys goes into town?
Wait, Orys is going back into town? I thought we were in the road.
I'm still chilling
He's going
with.
into town
I'm
to
still
buy
chilling with Toon.
A coin pouch and a small chest.
I guess
we were just leaving. I thought we already
since he doesn't, I'll read the book. Since he didn't want it, I'll read the hunting book.
Okay, make a wisdom check.
By the way, because you're my friend, I totally believe that you're a dog.
I mean, I totally got ripped off.
Okay, great. Can you teach me that language?
So,
Sylvan, that's
with-
what it was, yeah?
with that check, with the time that you have allotted, you get through the first chapter. You get a very.
Yeah, like I plan on reading like throughout like the journey.
You're not proficient in hunt and survival, correct?
Survival, no.
No. Okay. So you learn a couple of new things that you didn't know before about distinguishing between a bear's footprint, brown bear from a black bear, from a grizzly bear, and so on and so forth. And a couple of new things on just how to better track a couple of wild animals. So if that comes in handy in the future, try to remember that. But yeah.
But keep the stat sheet as it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep whenever like I have downtime on this journey in the future, I'm gonna read a chapter or two.
Okay. You yourself, while you were waiting for Orys, to shopping adventure.
What's that?
I asked him if he could teach me Sylvan.
Can you teach her Sylvan?
You are a wise boy, right?
Inherently, I should, out of principle, not teach you Sylvan.
Why?
Because it's the language of, like, nature in the forest, and that is not what you are.
Kind of a master of the mechanical.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, but I like knowing. And I like
Craves
learning.
the knowledge.
I'll teach her, like, simple phrases, like
The best words?
like the super basics,
Okay.
Like-
Make a wisdom check.
Where's the bathroom?
like me gusta.
No, not you. Iggy, make a wisdom check.
I don't know.
So, just for future purposes, if you actually legitimately want to learn a new language, it takes 250 days to learn a new language, and it costs 1 gold coin per day.
Okay.
If you are, but if you're learning from another party member, you don't have to worry about the cost, but it does take the same amount of time. Though.
Okay. So did you say wisdom save?
Yes, wisdom check.
That's
Save check.
10 gold per day lesson.
My smart goals aren't working today, so that's 5.
Okay, so you see as you go through and just go over, this is how you say hello, this is how you say goodbye, this is how you say stop.
I'm
She is
pronouncing it wrong.
butchering the language. And
I'm rolling my R's way too hard.
yes.
Hey.
And it's not
Why
really-
can't you sound like a tree?
Do you want me to be more oaky or more ash?
It should be.
It's pines.
It's pine. It's pine.
Why not pine?
Gabriel and me and Hope, whilst Orys is going on his shopping adventure.
Bath girl wants to take a bath.
No, you do know
As you
from
like
your
it.
previous time here that there is a bathhouse inside of there. No, that's the other town. Balak's Baths is the bathhouse inside of here. But aside from that, you guys in your last trip through here, you didn't see any rivers or streams. And the same time through, you didn't see anything either. Oh, you're going into a bathhouse? No, it takes probably maybe 5 to 10 minutes to go from one side to the next. So you're gonna go into the bathhouse? Okay.
Do what I know. I'm sure I wouldn't know anything, but the limitations of what can you do with enchanted?
Go to the edge of enchantment.
You don't have an enchantment background. Yeah, you don't have a background with this, so I'm gonna say
Hold the book.
no. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have any type of background in this to help you with that, unfortunately, so no. That requires like formal training and stuff like that.
So I would.
You don't know the limitations of what could be. You would be able to, if you wanted to, like I allow players, if you want to try and enchant an object, you can try. It has a gold cost to attempt it, and it would be basically you figuring it out as you go, and if it works, it works. If not, it's not.
I would want to, I want to start with, because my original idea is something that could chat, I'm playing that, something that could do, I guess,
Major image?
Yeah. I'm basically, because, like, I figure what I'm trying to do is help her out and give her, like, a loaded deck of cards that can do things in case she gets into a bind.
Yeah.
And if she wants to put it on a little card shooter, that'd be cool too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. That is possible if you wanted to do that. That would be a thing.
I
We'll
will
go over
in
like
the future look for, in the future I will try to find it.
click on it rather than winging
You're
it.
right.
Cool. Okay.
Because I'm sure
You're
I
right.
wouldn't really know how to
Yeah.
do
If you winged it, like it's a percentage check, and if you winged it, the DC is higher.
that. Yeah, I'll try to. One day I'll try to find it.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know if it was a thing or not.
Yeah, it's a thing. So he is probably duping. So we're just gonna skip to after his shopping spree. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Or not. Hope, you go into head into the city and go towards Balak's Baths. You see to the left, signs that say guys, males to the left, women to the right, and two like tunnels that lead to the back to what appears to be an opening of water and a couple statues outside. You see entering inside. There we go. You see a human woman. Sorry. I believe. Have you gone to this bathhouse before? Okay. I'm gonna say you know her name is Cynthia. She is running the baths today. You see, she is seemingly just going over some paper. Oh, hello. Are you here for a bath? All right. Would you be looking for a premium bath or a public bath? Premium bath or a public bath? Premium baths are to the left and right. Public baths are down the side. Premium. All right. That will be 2 gold coins. All right. So she takes the coin from you, leads you. She walks from down behind the desk and leads you down the tunnel. You see, as you reach the end of the tunnel, you see as it leads to 3 different doorways, and she enters into one of them, and into a small little room with a stone floor and a pool of water. You see as she goes to one of the side, and you see there seems to be like a twig on the end that she seems to just like sparks some rocks until it eventually lights the twig, and the fire travels down the twig. A few moments, and you see as the water begins to just bubble for a bit, and as she just kind of like fans it, eventually the water comes to simmer down to a decent temperature, and she's like, "All right, well, enjoy your bath. You've got an hour. Hope you appreciate it." Didn't think so, but you've got an hour to enjoy your bath. She didn't provide any like soaps or anything in there. Huh? Yeah, but she didn't. No, I didn't have any like soaps provided. Orys, where you went to buy your stuff. So a coin pouch is 5 copper coins.
Okay.
And it has its limitations to if you want to be a regular coin pouch, if you want to be a larger coin pouch. Depending on how much gold
How much is
or
the
whatever.
large one?
A larger one would be 1 gold coin.
I'll take it.
All right. And you were looking for a chest.
Yes.
Let's see. That I believe I said was there. We go. 5 gold coins, small chest. It holds 300 pounds and 12
How big
cubic
is it,
feet.
like size-wise, like
12 cubic feet.
12 cubic.
So it's probably like 6 feet by 2 feet.
That's huge.
No. Cubic feet, sorry. So it's probably about, I don't know math, man. It's 12 feet. It's 12 cubic feet. It's a small chest, though.
3 by 4.
3, 4,
that's
and then
too
some.
big. Let's do it. Hold on.
3, 6, 7,
Figure this
but
out.
I don't know, man. It's a small chest. You want it or not?
It's
It
2 by
holds
2 by
12
2 by
cubic
2.
feet. And it holds
Okay.
300 pounds.
By 6.
Huh?
That's way more than
12
most.
cubic feet. Cubic feet.
You can fit so many cubic feet in this bad boy.
You want it or not?
Yeah, I'll take it.
So it's 5 gold coins.
Oh, you don't happen to have any lead chests, do you?
Roll a percentage check.
Ooh. 85.
85.
Just holds up the number.
Sorry, don't really make those.
It's like you become a golem.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna wake up with another night, just be staring at it.
I meet them back up and we head out.
All right, everybody. After your own little adventures, you begin to head out. Which way are you going?
Northeast.
Or road.
Or the direction that the Druid told me to go. Northeast.
Is that what
Northeast.
the map says too?
No.
Map says north.
He said that's the fastest way to go.
and you're gonna trust a complete stranger
Yes.
Yeah.
Over a map.
over a map that we
Yes.
have,
Yeah.
Yes.
that we paid a lot of money for.
You paid a lot of money for it.
I didn't pay any money actually, but yes,
Yes.
Yes.
I'd rather trust the map.
I
than
trust
some
him.
fairy.
He's the king of the fucking fairies.
Uh-huh.
I mean, didn't we get dragged around because of what your god said?
Let's go northeast. What's gonna hurt us? We can always make our way back with a map.
All right. We'll go northeast, but I will say, I told you so. I will say I told you so. If something bad happens,
Something.
It's gonna
Let me
happen.
words. Something bad always happens with the group. Okay.
So I'll
it's
say
just
it.
like
I'll say it. So help me God.
it's
All
kind
right.
of expected at this point, especially with these. As I hold up the necklace.
So,
Just
as
holding on. Hold
So,
on to Toon's lead.
you guys are heading northeast.
Northeast.
All right. So, heading northeast.
looking at the map, what is northeast?
Northeast is the mountain pass that you guys you originated, met each other at.
Okay, let's go northeast.
Mountains.
All right.
Goddamn fairy trying to kill us.
So, heading out, you begin to head northeast, and the familiar, the almost so like downhill of just you remembering the encounter that you guys dealt with the last time you headed in this direction, except for you, and begin to head this way. You travel for the rest of the day, about 6 hours until the sun eventually goes down with the time that it took you to get to the town, in the town, and out. It's about reaching sundown around 7 o'clock. What are you guys doing?
Did this pixie man say how long it was gonna take?
No, he just said that this was the fastest way.
To Aura Road or just
To Aura
in
Road.
general? Okay.
I'm gonna hunt again, and stay away from big trees at the same time.
I will as well bring Toon and go with.
Yeah, same thing. Oh, big tree.
We're going out hunting again. We're back on our bullshit.
All right.
Don't change.
As you guys begin to head out hunting, Gray, you hear, well, hello there, Gray. I've been instructed to speak with you. I would like everyone to leave the room, please.
Oh, God.
Yes! Isn't it easier for you two to leave the room?
Yeah, honestly, it would probably be better if we do, because they'll listen to the stream through.
Yeah, but this stream has to catch your.
Would you, after stream? I'm just following the book. That's the smallest one they got. Would you? Goodness graciousness.
Okay.
So, Gray, you hear this voice. I've been instructed to assist you. You hear this. Make a perception check.
That would be 17.
Yep. You feel like this warmth in your bag, and you realize that it is coming from your journal.
Okay. I open my bag. Is it like shining?
Yeah, but you see as you go open it, and you see just as before, what happened in the strange events that happened before, where your notes were corrected. You see as looking at your notes from yesterday with Wizzlin, you see as again it has been adjusted. You see to the detail 5 feet 3 inches and 2 centimeters, and so on and so forth. It's been a pleasure working with you so far.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Rosso. Rosso.
And who are you exactly?
Oh, well, we've been working for the same boss, if you understand. But he saved my life, and this is my debt being paid back.
Oh, no. What do you need?
Oh, well, he has allowed me to speak with you and to help you out in your journeys. Looking at your notes and everything, he has been appreciative of everything you've done and has warranted one piece of information of anything you seek. So, what would you like to know?
Give me just a second to think about this, okay?
All right. You thought of it yet?
Okay, meta, real quick, just because I don't want to go through like 4 pages of notes.
Yeah.
The city that the secret city.
Centuriati.
Yes. Okay. This is in character again. Does anything we seek lie in Centuriati?
Is what?
Or is what we seek in Centuriati?
What do you mean by that? What are you seeking?
Let me rephrase it. Will we find the ancient weapon that we seek in Centuriati?
No. Well, if that's what you wanted to know.
No, fuck!
It's been a pleasure working with you. I will be here to adjust your notes. Until then, thank you again. It goes quiet. So.
Why? Thanks for the live text, bro.
He's looking at his face. Looks like it went well. Thanks for the info, though.
No, there is no info dump. In all seriousness, I'm not telling you guys what just happened. No, I'm just not.
So.
Batman touch him.
Make a survival check, Iggy, for and you as well. Good. Oh, actually, no. Just Iggy, sorry. I told you that was the one time because of the events that happened that day. That's why I allowed 2 people for the check. But make a survival check for the food.
13.
13. Okay. So because Grady's helping you, and you've got Toon assisting you in your journey, you eventually find a couple of ferrets and pheasants. Out and about
the squirrel, I think.
that you can easily turn into a stew of sorts and have for dinner. But as for the rest of the night, nothing of interest occurs. The morning comes, and the party, having new information and choosing a new route to get to Ora Road, will continue next week. So, thank you for everyone who has been joining us up until this point. Hope they had a great time. I know I did.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Hopefully we'll be seeing you again next week.
Please tell your friends, tell your family,
Tell your family,
make
tell
them
your
watch.
kids, tell your wife. And again, we would like to thank Blue Raven Studios, our partners, for the first year of the future, for providing us with a location and equipment to play.
Yeah, I think we'll be on next week, but the week after, we have, I believe, 2 party members who will not be here.
So me and Mason are gonna
Fight.
we're gonna just stream a live fight to the death.
We're planning on doing a Call of Cthulhu one-shot just to have something on, because I think we're not really going to be able to push one with the regular story that week. That'll be the October 13th.
We'll figure something out to do the
We'll
week.
mention it again next week.
Yeah, we'll talk more on it next week. We'll have more information.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll see everyone again next week. But until then, have a great night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Night.